Independence with a fresh view from Renewal by Andersen. Their custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors will not only enhance the beauty and value of your home, but also increase your comfort. They keep the heat and humidity out, not to mention the noise. That's because their unique Fibrex material combines both elegance and resilience, offering you double the strength of traditional vinyl. Right now, buy any 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit rbafla.com to schedule your free consultation today. And if you're looking for a new career, great news. They're still hiring experienced window and door installers. Celebrate freedom and comfort with Renewal by Andersen, official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, just go to rbafla.com for details. License number CGC 1527613.
Worried about buying or selling your home? Don't be. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently, with buying and selling solutions faster than you could say, more tape? Nationally ranked and locally loved, TNG sells homes 2 times faster for an average of over 20,000 more. So ditch the stress ball. Check out the Nickley Group's over 3,000 5-star reviews. Get a guaranteed cash offer for your home today. Visit thenickley.com.
Want to win a free motorcycle? I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving away a free motorcycle valued up to $20,000. All you have to do is go to bikerswinorlando.com. That's bikerswinorlando.com. Enter today at bikerswinorlando.com.
Live your 4th of July with Sky King Fireworks. Sky King Fireworks in Cocoa on 520 and in Melbourne on 192 has buy one, get one on all fireworks with the largest selection of buy one, get two. Sky King Fireworks has the largest selection of the loudest, biggest, brightest, and safest fireworks with a no-dud guarantee. Sky King Fireworks has buy one, get one on all fireworks in the store and the largest selection of buy one, get twos. Nobody beats the king. For easy directions, visit skykingfireworks.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one.
2 guys, 5 rings.
Yes.
One essential podcast for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers host a new podcast that's all about the athletes.
You gotta get your head in the game. As Zac Efron once said.
And the culture.
Not French.
Well.
No association with the nation of France. But you did live in Montreal.
Of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to 2 Guys, 5 Rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app. Search 2 Guys, 5 Rings and start listening.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Just dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America, and now the universe's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. Lots to get to today. From Hurricane Beryl is wild to Biden lashes out at the Supreme Court ruling. And get ready for some big Google Mailbox money. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Howdy-ho.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you you could join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. This is when you tell people about our radio show here. And we've spread around from sea to shining sea, and people listen all over the place. But with your help, we can get to even more people. So today, send somebody a link to the show, hit like on the live stream, do anything you can do something, individual thing today to share the News Junkie radio show with one of your friends. That's very much appreciated when you do it on a Share the Show Tuesday or any day for that matter.
Hell
and
yeah.
we truly do appreciate it. Do you know what today is? You know what today is?
Today is
July 2nd.
That's right. It's the 50% mark of the year, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, we're halfway done with 2024 already.
What happened?
And the time seems to have just blown by. I hate saying that all the time because then I know there's going to be somebody out there who's not for me. And I go, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
I just want this year to be over, man.
No, I was like, all right, okay. But we are at the 50% mark on 2024 already. And a couple of things before we dive into this lovely Share the Show Tuesday show. Number one, over on the website, we still have 25 of the Snake shirts left. That's all we have. When those are gone, those are the end of them. That's all we have. We have 25, I believe.
I believe the phrase
exactly.
was, when they're gone, they're gone.
Well, when they're gone, they're gone. I thought they were going to go last night, but then they slowed down a little bit. It's a slow week, people taking vacation and all that. And I go, we're gonna hit the mark. And then 25 of them remain. So we need you to scoop those up. Support the show. Get your Snake shirt. It comes with a random magnet and a sticker. When those sell out today, which it will happen today, then that's that. And I think we should do maybe in the next segment one more of those promo code grabs for people.
Right.
So we're like,
I'll make it something a little bit easier for you to read this time.
Please do. Yeah, I don't want to screw up too.
Fresh. Oh, it was a
fresh snake.
Free snake.
Free snake. This time it'll be a little different. I don't know what Sealade's going to come up with. But I do know that when we put out a shirt like this, we understand some of you are like, I'm short on cash, I'm this and that. So that's why I like for us to throw out a couple of the promo code opportunities so somebody can get theirs for free. So we'll do one more of those in the next segment, assuming these 25 last that long. Christina says, I'm excited. The design is awesome. I think it's super fun. I think this is a fun one. And you're going to get these real quick. So go grab them right now. The order is going in today at some point. TheNewsJunkie.com. 25 left, and one of them will be up for grabs with a promo code offer in just a moment here on the show. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the bowls. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to, unfortunately, Carriacou Island, Grenada. And if you don't know where that is, that's one of the places getting slammed by Hurricane Beryl. And I was wondering, I'm like,
Beryl's a weird name, right?
It is.
Considering.
And it's appropriate for this one. It truly is.
Keep wanting to say Beryl.
Oh.
Beryl?
Hurricane Beryl.
Like Beryl Haggard? Or no, that's Merle Haggard.
That's Merle Haggard, yes.
His brother Beryl. We don't talk about him a lot on the radio.
No.
But I said it's a Category 5 storm. It's obviously very powerful, right? Then I look at it on the radar. And before I share this footage, and I'll put this up on See It Now, but you're just going to hear it. You know, you'll hear the power of this storm as I describe it to you. It's pretty shocking and unbelievable. But one person that I saw, Noah Berggren, who is a weather guy, he posted this short clip, and it shows that Hurricane Beryl is in the middle of like two giant sand like dust storms. And take a look at this. I'll explain it for everybody else. And in front of Beryl is a huge dry sand storm that you can see on the radar.
I'm already itching looking at that. The amount of
I'm already raving looking at that. That nice sandstorm going on.
Oh my God, dude. Behind it, the sand on radar is unbelievable. And right packed in between it is this very powerful, tightly wrapped Hurricane Beryl at a Cat 5 status.
Right in between two sands?
Yeah, right in between two big old dust clouds, sand clouds. According to this, dust to the left, dust to the right, there in the middle. Beryl a benchmark storm, says Noah. But watching this morning, I said, I feel for the people in Grenada. I feel for everybody else who has been hit by this. Just listen. Just listen. All right? This is something that is, you could hear how powerful and strong the storm is. Whoa! Ripping roofs off.
My God.
Zero visibility. Roof gone. That's no joke, man. Watch the palm trees. Down.
Wow. Wow, man.
That right there.
Okay, the audio's insane.
Woo! Yeah, I mean,
They
I
didn't
know
want to
that's
turn that down
lot.
a little bit, huh?
That's
Put
a lot.
Compressor.
That's what a Cat 5 sounds like, zooming by the microphones.
Yeah, where are your 5 cats at? The old school Sean Wasson Hurricane game.
You know what? I don't even think I have that anymore.
You don't have a cat sound?
No, I think
Call
the cat's
yourself
gone.
a radio
I'm
personality?
so sorry. I think the cat's died.
5 a.m. news junkie would be so disappointed in you.
No, he wouldn't. He'd say enough's enough.
Who are you, man?
Because I told you guys the story. I've told the story. But for those of you who are new to the show, whenever there was a hurricane, I would tell you the amount of categories it was by hitting a meow like that for each
Meow.
cat.
Do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah, like, so it's category 5. Okay, so you see how it works, right? Very,
I just
very
got
awesome.
paid $50 to do that.
And whilst doing this, one day I accidentally deleted the meow sound, and I had picked it out of a quick cut video of 1,000 meows.
Okay.
And so I had to go back to the video and listen to the 1,000 meows to find the exact same meow that
And then
it
you
was.
deleted it again?
And then I think I deleted it again after that. And so, here we are. The Category 5 Beryl storm is up and over on See It Now, because that is a visual. Oh, I got it.
Wow.
I still have it.
Look at him.
5 of them right there. 5 for Hurricane Beryl. So everybody hold on tight in the Caribbean.
I think mine are cuter.
It looks real nasty. Yours are newer.
That's a kitten.
That's a fresher.
That's a kit 5.
This cat is old. It's seen things. It's been things.
That cat's definitely dead.
It's a junkie cat.
That cat has been saved from a tree by firefighters.
Can you guys believe Junkie Cat is 10 years old now?
No.
That's crazy. That cat
Wait,
is
that
10
means
years
you guys
old.
have been together for 10 years, yeah?
Yeah. 10 years old.
But he's celebrating the cat.
That would be so rude. No anniversary type stuff. No. Well, the cat's 10 years old. We got the cat a couple months into dating. It was a
That's
brutal
so
one.
lesbian of you.
It's like, I think it was like 2-3 months into dating, she said her cat, which she really, really loved, died. And I was like, oh, get another cat. And now Junkie Cat is hanging around doing better than ever these days.
Plot twist, she never had a cat. That's how she locked it down.
She did that, but just by not leaving. That's the first thing. She goes, you're going to have to tell me to leave. I'm not going to just leave. And I was like,
I think it's the best thing that's ever happened. She's a lovely lady.
We'll see how this goes. All right, Biden last night took to the podium, and he was talking about the Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. He was very upset about this. Let's hear some of what he said. Here is Biden last night.
I concur with Justice Sotomayor's dissent today. Here's what she said. She said, in every use of official power, the president is now a king above the law.
First thing.
With fear for our democracy, I dissent. End of quote.
She said, he's talking about one of the Supreme Court justices, Sotomayor, who dissented on this ruling, which is a 6-3 ruling. And it wasn't fully in favor of the former president, by the way. It's just one thing that's happened right now is there's so many people. I have to tell you, I got messaged by a couple of people and tweeted at by a couple of people after the show yesterday. Some of them like, I'm never listening to the show again because your take on this. Now the president is a king, and you're saying this is nothing, this is not a big deal, this is no surprise whatsoever. How could you do this? And I'm like, okay, first things first. Have you read the ruling? Okay, and if you want to go, well, I can't read the ruling. The main portion of the ruling is, and it includes what the dissent is about and responses to the dissent, is only 8 pages long. If you've never seen a Supreme Court ruling, they're usually very skinny text in the center of a larger page. You could read the 8-page ruling from the Supreme Court in about 5 minutes or something. It doesn't take very long to read. You don't have to read the whole thing. If you just read that, you'll know what's going on. In that one section, the 8 pages that outlines the ruling, they talk about how President Trump's case for immunity was wrong and they think out of whack. They talk about how the president is not above the law. They say that multiple times. They talk about how the president is not a king in so many words, which is what the president of the United States is now saying. They outline what this is all about. It says that a president is protected from official duties and official actions as the president of the United States, and that they're not protected from unofficial actions, which would be something that would be against the Constitution.
Something declared official, though? They just have to scream it?
That goes back to the courts. So they didn't even rule this in Trump's favor. They said a president is immune from official actions as president, right? So if it falls under Act 2 of the Constitution, lining out presidential powers, then the president is allowed to do that without fear of legal retribution. If it does not, like, for instance, let's say Trump stabs a guy, right? You can't do, well, he's the president. If he was the president of the United States and he stabbed the guy, full immunity, he's a king, he can do whatever. No, that's not at all how this works, not at all. And to see all these Congress people and everybody else losing their minds over this yesterday, I almost wanted to sit down and say, do you not know, are you unaware that there's such a thing as congressional immunity? That is almost the exact same thing as was just outlined by the Supreme Court?
No, most people think the only immunity is diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity? You have diplomatic immunity, you have judicial immunity, you have congressional immunity, and before this, it had been broadly outlined but not enshrined in the Supreme Court rulings and judicial law. It had been there, but not all the way there. You have executive privilege and immunity, right? And so what happens here is exactly what happened. I don't like when Biden does this stuff. Sometimes Biden's okay. Other times I think he's catastrophizing. He did this in Georgia when they changed some voting laws, and he said, Jim Crow, this is Jim Eagle, and made it like any black voter in Georgia who was listening to him would have been like, well, we're going back to the days of segregation and Jim Crow. This is horrific. I can't deal with this. And then you saw the next election, which he won, by the way, led to bigger voting turnout among black communities than I think historically had ever been seen in Georgia. So clearly there's no Jim Crow, much less Jim Eagle that you're seeing. It's catastrophizing. And I don't think we'll see much of a difference from this at all. It simply protects the president from things like war and other things that are much more simple than that. So let's say the president of the United States signs a law from Congress, and the law says that fast food establishments must pay their employees $20 an hour. Okay, that's not like too far-fetched. Congress would say, Democrats would take the reins here, and they would say, we need more of a minimum wage hike federally. We want the fast food restaurants to pay $20 an hour. And they pass it in the House of Representatives, and then it goes to the Senate, and the Senate passes the bill. And then if you know how a bill works, if you've done your Schoolhouse Rock singing, you know that next it heads to the president's desk.
That's the only lyric I remember.
That's all you need to know. It's just the bill headed to Capitol Hill, and it goes to the president's desk.
I'm more of a fan of Conjunction Junction.
That's a good one.
Ooh, mine was the beginning of the Constitution. We the people, the North.
I like all of it. I wish that was still around. Maybe it is still around.
I had a nerd moment over the weekend because we were listening to like the '80s channel on Sirius, and they played as like a promo, a little bit of Conjunction Junction.
Yeah,
and when it turned off, I went, "What?
Give me
I thought we were doing the whole thing, hooking up words and phrases and clauses."
That bill, according to Schoolhouse Rock, would go to the president's desk. President Biden would sign it, and then all over the country there would be a reaction from these fast food establishments. If there was no presidential immunity, anybody who was an employee of a fast food establishment that was then fired because the location could not afford the extra labor costs would be able to sue the president of the United States because their actions of signing the bill would have led to an outcome that lost them their job, and they would have a recourse to sue the president. You can't operate that way. This is just clear and obvious stuff. I do wish, like Amy Coney Barrett in her dissent from the third piece of this ruling from the Supreme Court, where they said it's going to be official and unofficial, and we'll let the other courts determine what is official and unofficial. We'll bounce this back to the courts. Amy Coney Barrett said we should define it here, and I think they should have. I think they should have said, here's what follows out of the presidential powers or not. But all the people losing their minds, the president is king now, Biden can drone strike Trump, all of these things are just insane. They're not in touch with reality. They're not true, and everybody's very angry over things that just aren't real. What do you think? Let me know. Yell at me if you'd like. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. On something I do think I can get behind from the sitting President Biden, and they'll get away from politics and all this some fun stuff, including strip clubs. The strip clubs are very angry right now. Very angry. We'll talk about that.
Are they really? Like
they are.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Remember we talked about the stripper age moving immediately to 21?
Well, are they losing just tons of employees?
There's strippers who lost their job suing the state of Florida now.
Yeah.
The hustle's the hustle.
Strippers who are teenagers who lost their job. We'll hear from them. I'll give you the name
They probably
of the
have
stripper.
good money for a lawyer, too.
I would imagine. So this is from Biden, I think something that makes sense. I hope it's not too cumbersome for businesses. But they said, as the nation sizzles, the Biden administration is proposing the nation's first ever standards aimed at protecting workers from extreme heat. I feel like this would be something that would be fine in the purview of OSHA. You know what I mean? Like, for OSHA to protect workers and to say, like, if it's extremely hot outside, you need to make sure that your workers are provided water, that they get breaks from direct sunlight X amount of times. And they said they would identify heat hazards and develop heat illness and emergency response plans. That seems to be within the purview of that organization. So I would be fine with that. There's no federal heat protections for workers, but some states have their own requirements, I guess.
It just seems weird that not Florida is one of them. Even though, yes, it should be an OSHA thing, but like you would think if there are states that have it, why is...
not Texas and not Florida.
Wow.
Those are the only two.
Which ones have it?
Yeah, I don't know some others, but not Texas and Florida. They do
Alaska.
not have it. In fact, they banned it. They barred cities from issuing their own worker heat protections.
Gonna go over that?
They've
a fart
said
through your nose?
No, I burped. No, I just I rocketed it out through my lips in a manner that might have sounded different.
Is there moisture on that microphone?
Yeah, I think so. No, why? Does it sound that weird?
I thought it was just a regular burp.
Oh, it sounded a little wet
pull it.
on this end.
If you need to pull it and investigate, go for it. But it was just a regular quick burp. I didn't drink last night. I had a lot of juice and water, and so this morning,
Party guy.
I'm trying not to be a raging alcoholic over here.
What kind of juice did you have?
Give me a little room. It doesn't matter what kind of juice I have.
Oh, my God.
Back out of my personal business.
You
all right?
just shared that it was juice, so share the type of juice.
I share the things I want to share with
Wow,
everybody.
he's embarrassed to say what kind of juice.
I'm
Was
not
it apple
embarrassed.
juice?
No, it's not. First of all, it's not apple juice. I don't like
Was
apple
it prune juice?
It's not prune juice. I'm not 9 billion years old. Not pineapple juice either.
Listen, you don't need to be 9 billion years old. You could be 8 months old and a little constipated.
That makes sense. I'm not a baby either.
But he
all right?
won't share the type of juice. Interesting.
Doesn't need to be talked about right now.
Just say the damn juice, man.
A personal thing. We'll hear your
Let's take it to
dispatches
a
when we come
poll.
back.
What kind of juice do you think Sean had?
I like to pretend it's alcohol. When I get my juice, I get my rocks glass, and then I put the ice in there, and I slowly pour it over the top and let it hit the ice cube and like kind of sprinkle
a gin and juice. Hold the gin.
And I make my own drink, and it makes me feel like I'm getting something. I like that. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm giving my liver a tiny little break before we do a live show on Wednesday, a.k.a. tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
gonna be a time. Make sure you're out there. Whiskey Kitchen, if you're local here. It's in Mount Dora. We haven't been in Mount Dora in a while. We haven't been anywhere doing a live show in a while. A lot of people asking questions. Hopefully we'll get to your answers today. And if you have any questions about the event, send a dispatch so everybody can learn through us answering what you have on your mind about tomorrow's live event. That and a whole lot more coming up next. We'll get to the strip clubs and this teenage stripper. I'll tell you what her name is. It's a great name. And she is one of the people suing the state of Florida right now for this new stripper law. What's happening? What's going down? Who's behind it? It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need to hear someone else's opinions before reconciling your own internal phobias? We got you, fam. Hey, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
What's going on? I hope your Tuesday drive right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. That delay is still on the Turnpike southbound approaching Colonial Drive. You're going to feel that from 561. Give yourself plenty of time there. Also, eastbound on I-4 after the beach line and your usual delay approaching 535 from both directions, but no issue on the Greenway or the 408. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number, if you have a tip for us, is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career you'll love with flexibility, great pay, and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Join their growing team. Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. That's progressive.com/careers.
Can you sing a song better than the latest version of AI? Well, we want to help you prove it. It's the Monster Singing Competition presented by Jeremiah's Italian Ice, where one winner will win a free recording session at Sound Mind Studios. Music man Matt from the Monsters will help you produce an original song in the studio that will be played on the Monsters and nationwide on iHeartRadio. To enter, submit your YouTube or Instagram link with your vocal entry of you singing a cappella. This can be original or a cover of another song. 5 finalists will be selected to join live for the final competition at the Real Radio 104.1 studios, Friday, August 9th. Brought to you by Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Find your nearest sweet spot at Jeremiah's.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
The Hartford Small Business Insurance knows opening a small business is a great achievement. They offer custom insurance solutions to fit your needs. Get a quote and find why over 1 million small business owners trust them at thehartford.com/small business.
Experience life now at Orlando Science Center. Life is an all-new exhibit featuring animals and immersive galleries. Meet a sleepy sloth, playful monkey, a baby shark, a curious owl, and more. Learn about issues impacting their habitats and how you can make a difference. Get tickets and more at osc.org.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you could breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe easy.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand. It's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products. It's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car vent clips, now with 3 times greater scent control, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing, which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
2 guys, 5 rings.
Yes.
One essential podcast for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers host a new podcast that's all about the athletes.
You got to get your head in the game. As Zac Efron once said.
And the culture.
Not French. Well. No association with the nation of France. But you did live in Montreal.
Of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to 2 Guys, 5 Rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app. Search 2 Guys, 5 Rings and start listening.
At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to deliver on our promise to do good for our members and our communities. That's why we offer better banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. And we continually give back to the places we call home. That focus is one reason why ViStar was named a Best in State Credit Union by Forbes magazine. So join the nearly 1 million members who choose to bank with a leader. ViStar Credit Union. Do good. Bank better. Insured by NCUA.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. However, if left untreated, could lead to costly repairs. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed, all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com, A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Big news for veterans and first-time homebuyers. The Hometown Heroes program provides up to $35,000 down payment and closing costs. Get pre-approved at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don. Radio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of Team USA, plus NBC's top Olympic moments, original Summer Games podcasts, and live hourly updates from the games in Paris on the iHeart app and right here on this station. Be sure you have the free iHeart app, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
iHeart Radio. Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Laws out there. You might trip and break a law. You don't want to do that. It's really dangerous. And some of these folks are fighting back already, like the strippers, because they made a law. This is for us in the state of Florida. So everybody else, hang tight for a second. Hopefully you don't have to deal with these same issues. Or maybe you already do. But in Florida, they pushed through a new law that went through effect already, or it's taken effect already. And the law says you cannot be a stripper if you're under the age of 21. And some of the people who were stripping who aren't 21 are suing now. Zach on YouTube says, for a young lady to sue the state because she can't strip means she thinks she has no discernible value except her body. Sad.
Okay.
Why? Wait. Why?
Wow.
Why is that logically the case? How does that logically follow? Let's say you, Zach, owned a hot dog stand, and all of a sudden politicians outlawed hot dog stands. and they said they pollute too much or whatever. They have a problem with them. And they say you cannot operate a hot dog stand any longer. If you sue the state of Florida to continue the operation of your hot dog stand, does that mean you don't have any other discernible value to the planet other than just making hot dogs? No, it wouldn't mean that. It would mean that you wanted to do something. The state told you could not do that thing. So you decided to take on the state in a battle of whether or not you were allowed to do that thing according to the Constitution, right? I mean, that's how I would parse this. I would never say it the other way. I don't care if some person, I don't think 18 and 19 and 20-year-old girls should be stripping, really. But that's just because I don't think they're ready to make big decisions like that. I don't think that you're at that age ready to make big decisions like that.
Are they ready to make big money?
That's the other thing. That's the part of it. A lot of them go, well, guess what? I didn't grow up with rich parents. I didn't grow up in a household where they saved money for me to get some sort of education. I can go to do this job. I'm fine doing it. I'm doing it in a safe way, and I'm earning enough money to put myself through college. Is that the experience with all these women? Of course not. But if for some of them it is, why shouldn't they be able to do that? Not a lot of really good arguments other than, like, I think 21 is a better age for people to make huge, lifelong, lasting decisions on their life. But I wouldn't have fought for this either way. They said there's already 4 people who are suing the state over this new law that sets age limits for those working in adult entertainment establishments. By the way, that's more than just strip clubs. You got to be 21 to work in an adult bookstore now.
Right.
To work in a sex shop, like a Fair Villa. You have to be 21 years old to work at that kind of place as a result of this, because it's viewed as an adult entertainment establishment. So it's not just 21 for the women who want to decide to get up on the stage and strip their clothes off. It's more than that. Cafe Risque is going to be one of the places suing.
All right, I'm sorry, the one in Gainesville?
It says in Micanopy.
Okay.
Micanopy strip club in Micanopy.
My Canopy.
My Canopy? Is that how you say it?
I don't think it is.
In Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Have you seen the billboards?
We bear all.
It
No.
is
I
a
have seen those.
staple of driving on the highway. Sorry, do you want to?
You want to take that call?
It's not a call.
Oh, what was it?
It's
control.
somebody at the door.
So
So
ringing your doorbell, buddy?
Cafe
Listen,
Risque
that made a lot of dogs bark just now.
was the I remember being in high school and going to visit colleges, and the billboards were falling apart. But it's like, we bear all, but we also have steak and trucker
Breakfast.
showers. And then I will never forget that my best friends in high school, they were headed back to FSU, and they're like, we're going. And they said it was the most brightly lit place
Ooh, not good.
that they have ever been to, like fluorescent cafeteria lights.
Not good. Yeah,
But
it's usually
they
bad.
got some hats, and it's still, I cannot believe it's still standing, and they're going to be fronting this lawsuit.
They're going to be one of the 4 parties. Zach says, sounds like Sean wants to keep the age at 18. I really don't care either way. I wouldn't have a solid stance on this other than legally, if you're an adult at 18, you should be able to make adult decisions. But I would rather people who are 18 not necessarily be involved in stripping. I don't know if you're totally ready to make that decision yet. So I do find it to be kind of a tough decision. And the only reason I know how to say Micanopy is because I used to know a country song by John Anderson called Seminole Wind.
Somebody was just correcting me in the chat. Tammy on YouTube said, C-Lane, it's Micanopy in the song.
All the way up to Micanopy, across the home of the Seminoles, the alligators in the swamps. You guys
Any
don't know
country
this?
songs about Okahumpka? Because that's
not
the
that I
one
know
that
of.
really draws my attention when I drive by the big sign. Like
Tough
Florida
to
has
rhyme.
The only thing I know about Okahumpka is there's a service plaza there.
There is.
All right.
I don't know if it's tough to rhyme. Challenge accepted. Country
What are
song
the-
about Okahumpka coming next week.
One of the actual strippers at Cafe Risque is suing. She's suing the state.
Got it.
For losing her job because of this. Her name is Serenity Bushy. She's 19 years old. Miss Bushy is a stripper at Cafe Risque, and she was affected by this. Therefore, she's got some standing to go after the state of Florida.
She
Mind
had
you,
so much time to come up with it's mysterious, we'll call it, Serenity Bushy.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. This is, they wouldn't put her legal name on here, right? They wouldn't put
Right.
Serenity Bushy is the dancer name that she came up with. It could be. She's just born with one. This isn't a news story, so that's why I was thinking, is this like her actual name or her dancer name?
Well, maybe like her lawyer did a press release and left her name out of it.
Could be.
Because you can definitely look up, the actual name of who's suing somebody, I would think. Yeah. Now, does it say how old Miss Bushy is?
19. She's 19 years old, and she is a stripper at one of those clubs, and she's angry about this because she got fired. Also, a place called Sensations in Jacksonville.
See what they did there.
And a place called Exotic Fantasies, which is a sex shop in Jacksonville, Florida. All those places are coming together to sue the state of Florida. And they also said the law requires treatment centers and massage parlors to post phone numbers for the Florida Human Trafficking Hotline, which... some of these are so difficult to be against. Like, you could say, well, let these people be free in their commerce. Let it be a free market economy. And you would think that would be something that Republicans, which are the people generally speaking behind this law, would push for. But it's hard to go, no, I don't want there to be a number for a human trafficking hotline at an Asian massage parlor. They go, well, why don't you want to think? Like, oh, God. The optics on this are horrific, and that's why they do it. They do it that way on purpose.
So, the reason I think I was curious about how old Serenity Bushy is because a lot of times when you sue for damages, you have to, prove what the damages are. Yeah. So if she had gotten the job, the day she turned 18, and that was yesterday, and she's already suing, she might not, they might have a case to go, you don't even know what to sue for. You haven't even made any money yet. But if she did get the job the day she turned 18, and now she's 19 and a half, and she saw just a windfall of money last year, she could be going, all right, well, this sucks. And now she has a case, a bigger case.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Any legal folks can weigh in. We'll ask our friend Moses DeWitt about this as well. It's a serious, legitimate story. Celine, can you stop the thing that's going?
Oh, no.
Yeah, because we'll be so far over.
All right.
We're going to hear from you, your
good
dispatches.
Times, good times.
Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now on your phone, your laptop, whatever you got, and you can hit record on your first dispatch right now. And when we return, you got that promo code ready?
I
got
do.
That ready? Okay, Celine's got a promo code for you folks. I would suggest going to thenewsjunkie.com. And because there's only, I think, 15 of the Snakes shirts left, and that's going to be shut down in a second, I would suggest putting one in your cart and getting ready for the promo code. Because Celine's not making this one as easy, I don't think, as everybody else. I think this one might be a little more of a struggle.
I'm excited for Sean to read it out loud.
I'll do my best. I don't know. I didn't do great last time. Fingers crossed. We'll see how that goes. We'll do the last free shirt with a promo code for the Snake shirt drop. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
All aboard for Real Yacht Rock Weekends. This summer on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast for Central Florida. And today will be another quintessential hot, humid, and stormy day. We'll expect an afternoon high of 93 degrees with feels like temperatures right around the low 100s, ranging from about 104 to 107 with some afternoon showers and thunderstorms likely. We'll expect those daily rounds of rain to continue into the weekend along with hot temperatures, a high of 94 for your 4th of July. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Upgrade your hot rod or muscle car with parts from Summit Racing. And right now, shop summitracing.com and use promo code radio for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Summitracing.com. Exclusions apply. Offer ends July 21st, 2024.
Well, on a real hot day, if you have a real big problem and your air conditioner just stops working the way you want it to, starts blowing out that warm air, pick up the phone and call Mills Air. Mills Air has been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer. They can get you access to really big rebates if you need a new Carrier unit, up to $1,275. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to Mills Air. Sign up for preventative maintenance right now. It could save you money and detect an upcoming breakdown. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or go to millsair.com.
You know the biggest hassle with selling your home with the Nickley Group? Figuring out where to put the sofa in your new home, because your old home won't be on the market for long. TNG listings sell 2 times faster and for an average of 6% more. Why wait around hoping your home will sell in time for you to move into your new place? Trust the experts at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty to get your home listed, shown, and sold. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today at thenickley.com.
Hit a home run with Jeremiah's Tasty Frozen Treats. Introducing Jeremiah's new Batter Up series layered with brownie batter Italian ice. Try these 3 new treats, including Brownie a la Mode, Hey Batter Batter, and Double Fudge Brownie. It's a lineup that hits it out of the park. Hop over to jeremiahsice.com today and find your nearest sweet spot and indulge in the ultimate brownie experience. Hit a home run with Jeremiah's Tasty Frozen Treats. Find your nearest sweet spot at jeremiahsice.com.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand. It's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products. It's about the ethos that we embody. Rugged, resilient, and timeless.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Experience Pisces Rising, Mount Dora's premier waterfront dining. Enjoy sunset views, live music, and unlimited mimosas at Sunday brunch. Perfect for celebrations or intimate nights. Fresh, local, distinctive. Make reservations at PiscesRisingDining.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. New South Window lives Florida weather, and that's why our windows and doors are designed to take on severe hurricanes and the most intense heat. They're built and installed by us, meaning better value and a lifetime guarantee for you. Give your family security that lasts a lifetime. Get New South proud.
Buy 2 of our products and get the 3rd free. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
4th cup of coffee?
Still R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Mattress Firm's July 4th sale is your chance to get matched with your coolest Z's yet. Save $500 on Tempur-Breeze mattresses with free and fast delivery. All night cooling, all summer long. Discover the difference the right bed makes. Restrictions apply.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's Klausman.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Is full cooked, and looks like he just got disbarred in New York, which is not like super shocking. But what's next for him is he's going to have to liquidate like everything he owns. He's going to be full on
Like
Alex
his
Jones.
hair dye?
Like everything he owns other than like the things they protect. You know, Alex Jones, how the judge said you can keep your house and you can have like some level of income coming in, but we're going to cap it at a certain point, and literally anything else you get is going to go to the people that you owe money to because of verdicts rendered. It'll be exactly like that for Giuliani. They're going to start fire sailing all his stuff off and giving it to the people who he's in the O to at the moment. So he's dealing with some tough times right now. Not all wins on the Republican side. What were we going to... Oh, we've got the promo code. We want to talk about this promo code in just a moment. So get ready for it. This is the last one we're giving up for the freebie out there. And then after this, we're going to shut down the sale of the Snake shirts. It'll be done officially at noon, and probably before that, because I don't even know if we have enough to just give this one away. But C-Lane has a promo code ready to go, and it will work, all right? It will work, just like I did yesterday. For those of you who are out there and you're like, tough times economically, financially, I can't afford the shirt, the bad time of the month, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Get ready. Get the shirt in the shopping cart.
1.
You ready, C-Lane?
Okay.
I am ready. The promo code is... Ready, Sean, to read it?
Oh, God, here we go. Free Snake 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Baby.
That was hard. Free Snake 2 Electric Boogaloo is the promo code. So that might take you a second or two to work that
and
in.
for the people not on the stream, you got to spell out 2.
Yeah, TWO, Free Snake.
I feel like they're going to have to figure out how is Boogaloo spelled.
Boogaloo? Oh, man. I can't even spell it all out for you right now.
Boo, like B-O-O.
Yeah.
Gal.
G-A, yeah, gal. And then ooh, O-O. O-O. So Free Snake is S-H-H-N-A-K-E for the record. Free Snake 2 Electric Boogaloo. There is your promo code. Dispatch Dan says he has it. I don't know if I believe him or not, but somebody got it if they were acting very, very quickly there. So congratulations to you, whoever snagged that. We'll try to keep doing that when we do these design drops so that some people who are less fortunate in the moment can get their hands on the shirts still. Watching all this footage and everything coming in from Hurricane Beryl, which is just drilling these islands, and they don't even have as good of infrastructure as many places in the United States do that are used to getting these kind of storms. So places like St. Vincent, Grenada, places like Jamaica hit very, very hard by this. Yeah, they said the worst of the storm has gone through the area of Grenada and Carriacou Island. I may be saying that wrong. If so, I apologize. The storm had 165 mile per hour winds, 165 mile per hour winds. So nothing to sneeze at. Pretty damn impressive. Let's go over to you. Let's see what's happening with you and your dispatches because we have just enough time to work in a couple of these right now. Here is Prof. Raider with a dispatch for us.
We are excited that you're coming to Mount Dora for your second visit. We hope you get a chance to see your G-Maw and your Peepaw while you're here. You guys be safe. I'm looking forward to collecting my second News Junkie magnet.
All right, there you are.
It's so self-deprecating, man.
Yeah.
There's young people in Mount Dora.
Of course there is. That Mount Dora is a cool spot.
And it's not just our second time. We did Pisces Rising a couple times.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least twice.
Wait,
Wow.
yeah, man.
That's
you don't
where-
remember the interview with the 98-year-old nun?
Oh no! I wasn't thinking of that one. So when I
remember the amphicars when I think Sabrina went out with the amphicars.
That was fun.
I was in Mount Dora a couple weekends ago for a friend's birthday, and we actually ate at Pisces Rising. And I looked at my wife and I said, "This is where I interviewed the Red Ranger."
By phone with a delay.
Yeah.
You're going to bring Jackson back there and tell him the same exact thing when he's old enough.
Sure.
And C-Lane had like a note from his childhood about the Power Rangers.
And the guy was like, what? Can't hear you?
It was something, Matt. All right, what else we got here? Here is Tuck Frump talking about strippers.
you love strippers? Because I love strippers. And if I was your governor, I would make it so all 18-year-olds could be strippers. Morgan and Morgan.
Yeah, I don't think that's the thing there behind, friend. I think he's focused on the marijuana thing.
Now we're talking.
Like a laser. I do like when he says dog in that one ad, though. Come on, dog, or whatever he says.
There was a conspiracy on the chat yesterday or the day before that they thought that spot got changed, and I don't believe it did. But somebody in the chat said he used to say "come on, Gov," and somebody made him change it to dog, and I was like, no, they didn't. No, that's not a thing.
No, I don't think so. I think it always said dog because the first time I heard it, I was like,
I love it. Come on, dog.
Isn't it funny and informal?
And the Lion Liars.
Yeah. All right, let's go over to Hiker Mom at the Dispatch.
Hey, junkies. Hiker Mom here, podcast listener, listening to yesterday's show, and you guys were talking about a fight in Joann Fabrics, and I want to tell you about one that I saw. I actually used to work at Joann Fabrics when I was in high school, and I'll never forget my very first Black Friday. I witnessed a fight between two elderly women, and one of the women took her, walker thing. You know, it wasn't like a standard walker. It's one of the ones with wheels. I don't know how, but she lifted it up and whacked the other woman with it all over a yard of fabric that was on sale for like 70% off.
No
and we had to call the police and an ambulance. And it was the funniest thing I have ever witnessed in my life, was two old ladies just going at it. So, yeah, Joann Fabrics, it is absolutely something that happens. And that was just the first fight I saw. I had seen many in my years.
Really?
All right, y'all. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, Hiker Mom. I just wouldn't expect it. It seems like a place where everybody's very mellow. When I go into a Joann Fabrics, which admittedly is not that often.
I don't even know where a Joann Fabrics is.
Well, I guess would a Hobby Lobby be a comparable? Is this like the same kind of thing?
I don't know if
they're as much into the Jesus stuff.
No, but Hobby Lobby focuses a lot on like decorations and stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
I know they have because I've bought iron-on letters and stuff there, and so there is craft things. But do they have? When I think of Joann Fabrics, I think of like a big section
yarn
of yards and yards and yards of
material. Yeah, right. Yeah. You might be right. They might be more into tchotchkes and like little design elements over at Hobby Lobby.
I think they have some of that stuff, but they lean more on what you just said.
They have so many random things. One of the things I got in the studio on the shelves is from Hobby Lobby, and I bought it because I thought it was the weirdest, dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's a framed thing of maybe it's a bison or a I know in the Midwest they say bison, or they say it a different way, but
bison.
But yeah, bison. But it's up there to the right behind the work desk above Cartman.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys,
it's like a bison type character in a frame. And when I saw it when we were walking out of the store, I go, "What the hell is this? Why is this a thing?" Like, why does anybody need a regally framed bison? Why is that going up in anybody's house?
I love that with bangs.
It's got bangs,
fun.
yeah. It's got some bangs.
It was many years ago, but I purchased the only, and I mean only, Black Santa that they had on display.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even on the way out, they're like, finally.
When we finally got rid of it, they start celebrating like they said it couldn't be done.
It's a pretty sweet bison.
We told you we were inclusive.
I don't know why it was there, but there it is. No, I'm holding on to that one.
Okay.
It was like $12. So, got a lot invested in this thing. Kind of got to keep it around for the moment. Somebody said that's a Highland cow. Isn't it? What's a Highland cow? It looks like a bison to me.
Yeah, well, a bison with bangs is a Highland cow.
A bison with bangs? I don't know about all these animals.
Okay, they're all saying Highland cow. Like everybody on the chat is saying Highland cow.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're right. They could be very much right about this because I know nothing about bison. No, it's not a bison. Bison don't have that loose hair over their head. They have a rounder head.
Are you Googling Highland cow now?
Yeah, it's a Highland cow. It's a Highland cow. They're sort of adorable in a way. I just don't know exactly what the purpose is. Do we eat these guys?
Why do so many of our listeners know what a damn Highland cow is? I don't think I've heard of that until today.
I don't know. Yeah, they've got a bunch of cow knowledge up on me for sure. So good for you. I was wrong, chat. Good for you.
Turning us into a bunch of cattle cucks.
Quick break here. When we come back, you know how on Twitter when somebody gets something wrong, it can end up with a community notes on it? I saw the most awkward, ridiculous, insane one that I've ever seen in my life, and I want to share that with you. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Early Learning Coalition of Osceola County.
Want to give your child a learning experience that's free, fun, and gets them ready for the future? The voluntary pre-kindergarten program is your answer. It's available at no cost to any 4-year-old child residing in the state of Florida. Visit our website at elcosceola.org. That's elcosceola.org.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
2 guys, 5 rings. Yes. One essential podcast for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers host a new podcast that's all about the athletes.
You gotta get your head in the game, as Zac Efron once said.
And the culture.
Not French.
Well,
no association with the nation of France. But you did live in Montreal.
Of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to 2 Guys, 5 Rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app, search 2 Guys, 5 Rings, and start listening.
Sometimes a family needs a little help to deal with life stresses. You can contribute to happy, healthy childhoods with a few simple steps. Notice families under stress. Offer a helping hand. Give your time. Talk about healthy child development. Connect a family with resources. Contributing to a great childhood can be as easy as being a good neighbor. For more, preventchildabusefl.org. This message is sponsored by the Ounce of Prevention Fund of Florida, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The #1 cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
In this week's Marketers Report, we learn about the value of local influencers in uncertain times from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
The economy is tough for everyone, and taking a step back and understanding the pain that your customers are currently going through because of a tough environment is really important. We have 19,000 agents across the country, and they understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, connected, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Light up your 4th of July with Sky King Fireworks. Sky King Fireworks in Cocoa on 520 and in Melbourne on 192 has buy one, get one on all fireworks with the largest selection of buy one, get twos. Sky King Fireworks has the largest selection of the loudest, biggest, brightest, and safest fireworks with a no-dud guarantee. Sky King Fireworks has buy one, get one on all fireworks in the store and the largest selection of buy one, get twos. Nobody beats the king. For easy directions, visit SkyKingFireworks.com.
Did you know that every diamond at International Diamond Center is over 1 billion years old? That's before dinosaurs, even before some of the stars in the sky. These elusive stones were originally formed miles beneath the Earth's surface, each one born in a volcanic explosion, yet kept hidden for generations. It's a fact that for every 1 carat diamond at International Diamond Center, trained miners blasted through over 200 tons of rock, and skilled experts sifted through the rubble to find the highly sought-after rough diamonds. Then expert cutters spend untold hours shaping and polishing each stone, unlocking its beauty and fire and brilliance. From the hands of the craftsman direct to you, these magical stones are your piece of eternity. Precious, rare, unique, indestructible, and treasured all over the world. Oh, and the unbeatable prices at International Diamond Center? They're just a bonus. International Diamond Center. Uncompromising quality, unimaginable value. 4 convenient Orlando locations.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
Can't escape the office this summer? Make your workdays tastier with delicious savings from EasyCater, the #1 site for workplace catering, with over 100,000 restaurants to choose from. Save up to $40 when you order from participating restaurants. These scrumptious discounts are available exclusively on EasyCater.com. So order some food for work and save some green with delicious summer savings. Order now at EasyCater.com. Order must be placed and received between June 24th and July 5th. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Craving a dining experience like no other? Visit Whiskey Kitchen in Mount Dora. Savor mouth-watering dishes, smooth whiskey, and a lively atmosphere. Whiskey Kitchen, 315 North Highland Street, Mount Dora.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you could breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe easy.
New South Window Solutions. Made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is...
We've got a lot to get to today, as always. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. Continue with your dispatches, and you can send yours over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. I'm still blown away. It rocks me to my core every day.
Get a nice core rocking?
I get a good core rocking by the fact that C-Lane is a dad now. He's a dad.
Oh, you think
raising a human being?
You stop and think about it every once in a while.
And I've always been fascinated with scientific studies and just different things where they'll try to go into why we tick the way we tick and why things are the way they are. And with kids, one of the things that blows my mind, have you ever heard of the still face experiment, C-Lane? You ever heard of this?
No.
You should. I'll send it to you. Like, there's some stuff about this.
Is this something I could do with the baby?
Yeah, kind of actually. and it's weird. This just popped up. I'd seen this years and years ago, where they did this thing where you have a baby, and the baby's in the high chair. I'm sure that you have had this exact same setup many a time. I'm guessing.
I haven't been doing a lot of high chair feeding as of yet.
Okay, well, you you know how it goes. You put him in the high chair, Jackson will be sitting there chilling.
Yeah.
And the still face experiment always blew my mind because you think about the big questions in life, like nature versus nurture. What makes us tick? What makes us the way we are? Is it that it's baked into our DNA, whether we're good or bad or troublesome or depressed or social or not social? All those things just baked into our DNA like a thumb drive loaded up on birth? Or is it that you're shaped by all the social interactions that you have when you're young? Or is it like most people believe, some combination of the two? I don't know if this has audio. Let me see.
This experiment, what the mother did was she sits down and she's playing with her baby who's about a year of age.
I'm like a girl.
All right, not much older than Jackson. And so in the still face experiment, the mother is super sweet. She's like, oh, you're a little good girl. And like all the sweet things you could say to a baby.
Oh.
And she gives a greeting to the baby. The baby gives a greeting back.
The baby's having a blast.
This baby starts pointing at different places in the world, and the mother's trying to engage her and play with her. They're working to coordinate their emotions and their intentions, what they want to do in the world.
So you can see like the mom is smiling, happy, tickling the baby's feet and doing all those things. And the baby is so happy. And then they redo the same activity and they have the mom just put on a scowl face the whole time. And the baby starts like normal. And then the baby gets mad. And then like the baby just starts like kind of losing it a little bit because the mother's not showing a happy face. So like the parent's not showing a happy face. And it shows you like what you present to your kid matters. Like if your kid is seeing you pissed off all the time and not like interacting and having fun with them and doing these things, it shapes your child in a different way.
Absolutely.
And
I saw another clip recently where it was they had the mom in the room and then someone like conducting the study and they gave a toy to the kid and it's like, oh, which one is this? And put it in there and great, they're all happy. And then they had someone else come in and as soon as the baby was told to like, I don't know, match the colors or put the thing in the box, then the new person was like, I don't like this. I'm arguing with you and I'm making a different tone. And all of a sudden the baby backs off and like does not want to play anymore.
So they're showing that the baby is reacting to the negativity between the two adults around it.
And I mean, you could see it. I mean, I saw the video and it was very clear.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
Do you think the baby would react if, let's say, Ashley and I, we're happy arguing, like we were, well, that might be fine if Daddy got off his ass and did some of the dishes or something like that. Do you think that the baby, could tell that?
Probably. I think that might work. I think
one
that
way
might
to
work.
test it out, Christopher.
Because it's baked into the baby that there are certain sounds that are like happy sounds, and there's certain sounds that are like negative sounds.
Yeah, because then I just get my nose in the baby's face and go, it's just because Mommy's being a little bitch.
And Jackson's just like, everything's good. All's well in the world.
Happy family.
That's how it works. And if you have a kid, and this is how kids end up being bad in a lot of cases, or socially like antisocial for that matter. You might end up with an antisocial kid because parent tosses them somewhere in the room, puts them in front of a TV or something, doesn't have those interactions with the child, and the child just grows up with nothing. They're not externally going through the ups and downs, the happiness, the sadness of life. It's just all one note. And that's clearly not good. It's just interesting. Being a parent, you're going to learn all kinds of things. I learned nothing, but you'll learn all sorts of
Dylan's
things.
just fine.
He is, but that's not because of me. We all know that. That's just because of Dylan.
We're not going to watch the baby react to the thing? To when she's serious?
You want to see? All right, hold on. I'll bring it up. I'll put this up on See It Now, too.
Parent notes, man.
He's saying, wait, Art, this does impact the child. Let me bring this back up. This is from 2009. It's way back, but it pops up every once in a while, and I'm always interested in these studies.
2009 is way back.
It seems like it is. You know what? We watched a movie last night from 2008. And in the movie was supposed to be older than that. It was Let Me In. Have you guys ever heard of Let Me In?
I think so.
I feel like I watched that, but I don't remember anything about it.
It's got an actress in it, and the actress is playing a 12-year-old but she's not really 12 years old because she's a vampire. And she's like falling in love with this 12-year-old kid.
I'm a vampire.
That's the premise. That's the premise of this show.
I don't think I've seen this actually.
It's pretty good. It's decent. And so he's trying to figure out, like, how can I really like her. I want to be in a relationship with a vampire. So in the movie, there was a thing that happened. And I go, oh, I forgot that it was like that. I forgot that back then it was like that. In one scene, the house phone rings. And I forgot how absolutely jarring the house phone could be at times, especially if you had one of the ones with like the cords and everything. And when it would ring, and I remembered immediately, all these thoughts of my childhood came back to me. And you know what it was like at my house? If that damn phone rang at 9:01 p.m., my dad would get up, he would stomp over to the phone, and he'd be like, we are in the middle of doing this. We're spending family time together.
You know what's so weird? I do not remember that.
Oh, man.
Like,
it was big for me.
It got
you
to a
did
point
not call.
Growing up that my dad ended up getting like 2 lines. And one was the, quote, kids line.
Right.
But I don't remember anything happening after like a certain time, because maybe if I was talking after 9 p.m., I'd already maybe had access to a cell phone or email. I remember email being such a big thing in my adolescence.
It was also interesting to think that you had this house phone. There was nothing really stopping it from ringing out loud at any hour of the night, but you just didn't get those spam calls. You just didn't get somebody at 3 a.m. with the phone ringing, screaming through the house, waking everybody up. So people didn't turn off their ringers or anything like that. Crazy. Anyhow, back to it, Celine. So the mom makes the unhappy face, and the kid starts reacting to this.
She points because she's used to the mother looking where she points.
The mom doesn't look.
The baby puts both hands up in front of her and says, "What's happening here?"
Starting to get angry.
She makes that screechy sound at the mother. Oh, come on. Why aren't we doing this?
All of this, by the way, is only because the mother is just making like a frowny face in front of the baby. That's
like
all
really
that's
straight
prompting
face.
this. Yeah, she's staring straight face, a little bit of a frowny face at the baby, no longer goo goo gaga.
In this 2 minutes, when they don't get the normal reaction, they react with negative emotions. They turn away.
For 2 minutes straight, it's probably so difficult for this mother to do this.
I know, yeah. You're like, I'm hurting my kid emotionally right now.
Inside you wants to be bubbly and cute.
Oh, I just want to help the kid out.
They actually may lose control of their posture because of the stress that they're experiencing.
Is it because they're used to it?
Maybe. All right, now look.
Hey.
He's like, finally, you're back.
And what are you doing?
Right back into it, you know? Like right back into smiling. And it just shows you like how important parenting is.
Sure.
It's wild to think about that.
But it's true. There are parents who, the moment they give birth, don't ever smile. Have postpartum, or they're the type of people that just like, that wasn't their path. And how does that, give me the study at how that adult turns out. You know, or are they going to treat their kids that way? Or is there somebody else in their life that gives them that love and smile? Like, because it's very, very strange.
Because that was 2 minutes. Imagine years, years of your life being exposed to that. These are all things that you're not thinking about doing. You're just naturally doing them. It's like click-whir reactions. They call them click-whir reactions because when they started studying chickens, like baby chickens, they found that you could put the chicken with its mother, and the chicken would do all the expected behaviors that you would think it would do. Or you could replace its mother with a fake chicken. Like they make a chicken out of a bunch of stuff, you know, scraps of this and that. And the mother chicken made a click-whir sound, and that caused the babies to go back over to the mother chicken. If they just recorded it and played it back, the little babies would run over there. It's just natural response built into your head, this click-whir response. Humans do that same thing too. And now we go to a different world of human behavior. The Hawk Tua girl is still out there. She's doing interviews now, and there's community notes about her because I think a lot of folks, this is for those of you who are on the right side of the political line, they said that she made a comment that they thought was anti-Trump in one of her first interviews here.
No.
The
Barstool
Hawk Tua
one?
girl. Yeah. The Hawk Tuah girl is anti-Trump. Oh, my God. And this was a real letdown for these folks who are Trump fans, because they thought they had the, God, I keep forgetting his name. The guy who sang about the politicians stealing all your tax money.
Rich man
North of Richmond. That guy, when he first came out, I was like, hell yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then he said, no, I don't like Trump.
Oliver Anthony.
Republicans. Oliver Anthony was like, not their guy. And so there may be
they
maybe
Hawk Tuah girl was?
Maybe.
Come on.
And when she said something anti-Trump, they're like, this degenerate Hawk Tuah girl, whose real name is Haley Welsh, is anti-Trump. No self-respecting woman goes around talking about spitting on, junk. And the community note on Twitter said, Hawk Tuah girl did not say she's anti-Trump. She said, quote, that's a no from me, unquote, regarding the act of giving Donald Trump fellatio, as stated in the very video provided.
Wow. Okay.
That's anti-Trump?
You're anti-Trump if you don't want to
yeah.
mop him.
You
Okay.
really got to go all the way if you're listening to Miss Laura Loomer. She's into it.
Does that count for males and females? Like
Not sure.
Blown Trumpies are
hard to know where the guardrails are.
Phrasing.
Yeah,
I meant what I said.
Full what? All right, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get all set up. We got the next episode on the way in just a bit. And something in the world of dining has changed drastically. All of us on the show, we do this in very, very different ways. And one is coming into style. Which one is it? You're going to find out. We'll see if this matches up with what you do. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Jim Colbert Show. Out of context.
When was the last time you ate a Girl Scout cookie?
Oh, I'm so glad you said cookie.
I know. You and me both, man. As soon as it started coming out, I'm like, no.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Quick question for you. Do you already have a mortgage quote, and are you wondering if it's any good? A recent study showed that less than 20% of people compare the first mortgage quote that they get. So don't be a slacker. Get peace of mind by going to thatmortgageguy.com. He can help. It's so easy to compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don. Just go to the website, hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote. That Mortgage Guy Don will tell you if it's any good or help you find the best deal possible. Peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Kia Center August 3rd and 4th. Brought to you by BKT Tires, your local Ford dealers, and Morgan & Morgan. You have to see it live, so don't miss it. Lock in your seats today at monsterjam.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
the biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Enjoying the news junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Call 844-ADD-HELP-5. That's 844-ADD-HELP-5.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of Team USA, plus NBC's top Olympic moments, original Summer Games podcasts, and live hourly updates from the games in Paris on the iHeart app and right here on this station. Be sure you have the free iHeart app, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
iHeartRadio.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Is keep you in the know, all right? Let you know what things are happening, what is going on out there, what people are doing in terms of new trends. Keep you in the know so you sound like you're still with it and cool, right? I've done this for a decade. I've kept Sabrina and C-Lane in the cool zone, as I call it. Otherwise, they just absolutely will be out of touch with all the cool things that are going on in the world. And
yeah, okay.
I do it for you every single day, too. I'm here to do that. And the latest thing, I think I can get behind, but I feel a little embarrassed by it, I believe. First, let's see where you're at on this, okay? First things first. Sabrina, what time, generally speaking, do you eat dinner? What time, generally speaking, do you eat dinner?
I mean, generally, probably around 8.
Okay, 8 o'clock.
8, 9 was
8 or 9.
night, yeah.
It's
late.
You're closer to me. Yeah, you're closer to me. Like, we eat around 8 or 9 o'clock. We take Lady for a walk late because it's hot. And when Courtney and I are walking out there, Lady's like dying sometimes. So we try to take her when it's cooler. So we, around this time of year, end up eating at like 9 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock. C-Lane, I think, eats earlier, but now things might all be up in the air with Jackson. Has that changed everything?
If you take the baby out of the picture, we typically like to eat around 6:30 or 7.
Damn.
Do you get hungry later?
Huh?
Do you do like a night snack?
Sometimes, not always.
I would have to.
Same.
If I was eating at like 6:30, 10:30, I'd be like, oh, I'm dying right now.
I mean, yeah, we would. I mean,
what is it like with Jackson, though? Has it changed it from that 6:30 to 7:30 to something else?
Yeah, but now there's like a range because he will have his last bottle around like 7 or 6:30 if he's being a real dick. And then after that, then, usually after the last one, we could put him right down to sleep. Unless, like, last night, he really did not want to sleep. And I was,
he was fighting
and
it?
they're, like, rocking him for, like, 30 minutes. And so, yeah, we didn't end up eating dinner last night until 8:30.
All right. So you're up there.
There's a range there now that we're kind of, well, for a while it was like, one of these days we'll eat dinner together because he would start being a little cranky. And then, so one of us, we would like take turns.
Well, they say the biggest trend in New York City as far as restaurants is erasing the stigma of early bird dining. Early bird dining, the 5, 6, even 7 o'clock reservations, has been mocked, made fun of, and used as a way to refer to somebody as being old. Yeah. Oh, my God, early bird diner. My God, that's embarrassing. And if you said, well, I made a reservation for dinner for 5:30, you would have been laughed out of the room you were in if those folks are in their 20s or 30s.
I think we're different there because if we're going out to dinner somewhere, the later you make this reservation, the later we're going to get home. And, I think the earlier reservation is good. I mean, anything earlier than 5 is kind of annoying, and you don't even think you can get people there sometimes. By 5, but like if the only reservation left is like 8 o'clock or 8:15, my wife's like, hell no. That means we're gonna be there at least an hour.
Yeah,
she wants to be home and in PJs.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Alicia says there's nothing wrong with eating early. That's why I think this is starting to turn. I think people are going like, doesn't matter. Go get the earlier reservation. It's available. Just try that. But I've even said to Courtney, we were talking about. There's a very famous restaurant in town. I believe it's got some hardware, some awards. And I think that the problem I have with Victoria and Albert's is one thing that I've heard about this place, okay? It's not Michelin stars. It's not any of that. That sounds great. I'm really excited for that kind of a meal. I have heard it takes up to 3 hours to have a meal at a place like that, at Victoria and Albert's. Like, you're going in there and you're going on a journey. You're going for 3 hours. You're going to be eating. I don't want to eat for 3 hours. I don't want to be in there. That's so long to be spending at a place like that.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to be spending the money I'm spending, like,
if you're spending $300 a pop,
give me 3 hours worth of dining experience.
3 hours. So even if you did early bird there, you'd still be coming out a lot later than you knew. But that seems to be a turning trend right there.
Imagine if you paid for like what's the Alinea in Chicago?
Okay.
Very famous restaurant.
You paid like an Alinea price. I don't think that's a place that has like prices on the menu. Is it just like a set price for everybody? Is it?
It might be prefix, all that stuff. Alinea is one of these like artsy, annoying places where one of the courses is a dessert course, and they just smash stuff on the top of your table, and you're supposed to just eat it with no plate because it makes like an artistic piece on them.
Right.
No,
give me
thank
a plate.
you.
Give me a plate, asshole.
But what if you paid $300, up
and you
front,
give me a damn plate,
and they take all of your courses for the night and put them in one to-go container and say, all right, enjoy. This has been Alinea.
No. No.
See? Now, granted, had I paid $300 and I only got through $150 of the food, you better believe that I'm getting some sort of to-go home.
Yeah, give me like
Without
a goodie bag. Here's what I'm talking about. This is Alinea, how they do dessert.
Yeah.
It's like on the plate or on the table in front of you, they just swirl a bunch of things around. And
No.
I'm sure it's good, but like Give me a plate if I'm hanging out with you for this long.
Isn't
Good God.
this kind of what they?
Is this a new tablecloth, by the way? Or is this with all the junk that I spilled on the table with my
You know what I
previous
think it's
entrees?
like? Do you know when you go to the doctor's office, Sabrina, and there's that thing over the chair that you sit in? That like
it's parchment
that material,
paper. It's
parchment
big
paper.
long parchment paper.
That's what I think it is. Yeah,
But I think I think this is what they were sort of riffing on at the end of the menu. Remember the dessert in the menu?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. They wanted. Yeah, that movie had a lot of things in it that were pretty true about like the high end food world. And now, if you want to go to these places, it's okay. Feel good about it to go a little bit earlier. Does that work for you? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off a dispatch in our direction right now. Let's see. Here is Sean G. It just says, say his name correctly. I don't know what name Sean G is talking about, but let's see.
Okay, listen, I have to correct you guys on something that keeps driving me crazy every time I hear it.
All right.
Just happened a couple days ago.
Yeah.
You're like, Vivek Ramaswamy. What was that nickname they gave him? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, let me look it up. Oh, Vivek the Fake. That's a weird nickname. Why do they call him that? It's because you're pronouncing his name wrong. It's Vivek. Vivek the Fake.
Nobody calls him Vivek.
Remember it that way.
I've never heard anybody.
No flag on the field, bud. Nobody calls him Vivek.
Even if it's Vivek the Fake, that's still a stupid nickname. It doesn't cut to the heart of anything. That wasn't a flaw that people saw in Ramaswamy in his presentation. The flaw that most people saw was that, number one, most importantly, he could not beat Trump. He was always campaigning for maybe a VP slot. And number two, he lost his area of focus, which was he was kind of playing around with the anti-PC angle, and then he went into like full-on conspiracies on a bunch of stuff. So I think that was his problem. But Vivek the Fake or whatever, I haven't heard anybody pronounce his name that way. If that's the way it's pronounced, it's not an effective nickname either way. So thanks anyways. Here's Reinman talking about strippers. Hello?
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey!
Just calling in about the strippers not being able to strip under 21. I don't think it has anything to do with strippers. I think it has more to do with Republicans not getting the young people's vote. And in a couple of years, you're going to see more things like this and then move the age to voting to 21. Have a great day.
Wait, I didn't understand. I think it has more. Oh, okay. Okay, he thinks it's more... it's a Republican tactic, according to Reinman, that they want to move the age of everything to 21 years old, including inevitably voting to 21 years old, because they know that people 18 to 21 are going to skew heavily to the left. And he's right about that, especially females. Young women skew very heavily to the left. 18 to 34 women are like off the charts to the left. And younger people, yes, would definitely be left of center. But I don't think that's, you could be right. I'm not going to say that you're not right. That could be a strategy that the Republicans are using in the long game that they're going for. I don't think it's a huge problem for them because people between 18 and 21 don't vote for the most part. There's not huge numbers of of participation in voting for people who are 18, 19, or 20 years old. It starts to pick up a little more when you get past that. But the people who vote are mostly old people. Highest voting representation rates are amongst the oldest demographics. So I don't know if that would be effective as a technique, but you might be right. It could be something that they're thinking about. Here's Insecure Walrus talking about his wife's Highland cow. He even sent in a picture for us. This is the Highland cow that his wife has. Oh, my God, it's a little one, too. Look at this.
What?
I like the little one next to it. It's such a...
Those are some dirty-ass cows.
What are you talking about, dirty? That's how they look.
It's like a hipster cow or something. It's so fashionable looking.
What a cutie pie.
I like it. I like the little one even more. So
is that really? Is that really his wife's?
That's what he said.
Prove
yeah, he
it.
said.
Take a picture next to it.
He said Saskia, the Highland cow in her calf, my wife's Highland cow. Here he's talking about.
This past Christmas, I bought my wife a sponsorship or an adoption of a Highland cow somewhere in
Shows
Scotland.
a piece of it.
Saskia, Saskia, is the cow's name. Apparently, it just had a calf in April. And they send us pictures and updates about it. It's kind of like when you adopt a kid through Compassion or World Vision. You pay every month or something. I think I paid a yearly thing, but basically we just help sponsor this cow to help feed it and take care of it. You can go and like pet it, I guess, if you actually go over there.
And nobody does.
I'll put a picture of the cow and its calf in the dispatches.
Thank you for that. Everybody could check it out if you go over to thenewsjunkie.com/dispatch, where all the approved dispatches show up on the website. Adorable, and I appreciate the dispatch and the story. When we come back, you send us a dispatch right now yourself. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours right now. Also, when we return, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Flava Flav is a boy of his own word, as he apparently has followed through with the women's water polo team and Red Lobster. The Billy Ray Fire Rose divorce saga continues, and the latest bit involves Billy's achy, no-breaky rules. Plus, did The Simpsons predict the Hawk Tuah girl? All the cows and so much more, man. Coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast. And for today, it's going to be another hot and humid day. Afternoon highs will be soaring well into the low and middle 90s. Afternoon scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely today as well, and these will gradually fizzle out as we get closer towards this evening. We'll expect daily rain chances and hot temperatures as we head to our 4th of July holiday with a high of 94 degrees. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring. Explore a variety of full-time and part-time roles at the heart of the magic and enjoy great benefits like complimentary theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs.
Here's what real Fence Outlet customers say about their experience. Brian said,
"Our family purchased our forever home a year and a half ago. After the closing date, we listed several things we desired to upgrade to make this house a home. One was the old, dilapidated wooden fence that was enclosing our backyard. We asked around for fence companies in our area. Fence Outlet was recommended more than any other. We sought out a quote online, received the blessing of Stephanie, got approved for financing, received the spectacular, clean look we were after in our brand new vinyl fence. Thank you, Fence Outlet. Our family will gladly recommend you to all."
See for yourself. Go to fenceoutlet.com to schedule your free estimate today.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Light up your 4th of July with Sky King Fireworks. Sky King Fireworks in Cocoa on 520 and in Melbourne on 192 has buy one, get one on all fireworks with the largest selection of buy one, get two. Sky King Fireworks has the largest selection of the loudest, biggest, brightest, and safest fireworks with a no-dud guarantee. Sky King Fireworks has buy one, get one on all fireworks in the store and the largest selection of buy one, get twos. Nobody beats the king. For easy directions, visit SkyKingFireworks.com.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
Zero Foxtrot isn't just a brand, it's a way of life. Founded and operated by veterans, Zero Foxtrot's unique apparel and gear echoes the grit of the warrior culture. Zero Foxtrot dedicates itself to producing content, honoring the sacrifices of forgotten heroes of the past, and connecting history to the present. Embark on a journey with Zero Foxtrot today at zerofoxtrot.com. It's not merely our products, It's about the ethos that we embody: rugged, resilient, and timeless.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth, soft rock. Just open the app, search Yacht Rock, and listen now. iHeartRadio, free, never sounded so good.
When life spells heartburn, how do you spell relief? ROLAIDS.
What about when life spells fried chicken?
ROLAIDS.
Fourth cup of coffee?
Still ROLAIDS.
Extra cheesy pizza?
Rolaids always spells relief. Rolaids' powerful dual-active formula begins neutralizing acid on contact to fight your heartburn fast. So, when life spells heartburn, Rolaids spells relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the...
Entertainment and Beyond, and the previous dispatcher was correct. He never enforces it. He never corrects people, but it's Vivek.
I had to look it up a couple times, and he's like, no, my name rhymes with cake.
Vivek like cake. That's what he went with.
I said corrected.
He could have very easily, every time somebody said that, just gone like Vivek like cake, and I would have remembered it just like Hyundai like Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It would have stuck with me. And then C-Lane just hit me with one. I'm like, I had no idea all that time. I think I would say for the hotel, I think I would call it Marriott.
Marriott's what most people call it.
Marriott. I think I would call it Marriott. Yeah, that's probably what I would say.
But they
get a room at the Marriott.
Those.
But they ran an ad campaign years ago where their like tagline was "Your Marriott awaits," like you saying your chariot awaits.
Yeah,
but they were like that was kind of their clever way of going, "Hey, this is kind of actually how you say it."
I didn't even pick up on that.
Stick.
No,
it did not
I didn't
stick.
know.
What would be your rhyme? Because some people, for some reason, see my last name and they're like, Ambrose. And I'm like,
yours and mine both seem really, really simple, but I've heard them both messed up many times.
Sabrina, you could say like Sandra.
Ambra, like, see, I made it more complicated. I was like, I am bra, like for boobs.
Yeah, it works.
But already I lost someone after the first 5 seconds.
Well, it's pretty simple. It's right there.
And then what did Ryan say? Like hamburger, but without the, other letters.
That's one way to do it, okay?
I say, just call me whatever you want. All right.
All right. Let's get into it. Let's do the next update.
What?
What?
Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode.
Renaming the
with
segment.
Sabrina.
We've never had a segment called The Next Update.
We do now.
Did you have an update?
This is the update to the next episode. This is a very special version of the segment here, right?
Smoke weed every day.
Update. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydawn.com, and of course the Home Loans Radio Show. Remember, they just started the brand new funds that were released July 1st, $100 million to first-time homeowners, those that haven't owned a home in the past 3 years, and veterans and active duty military members. You can get upwards of $35,000 towards your home, but see if you qualify by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com. He is literally the best. This is not an update, but more of a throwback. On this day, 33 years ago, 1991, lead singer of this band.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, and his
Axl
name, that is correct.
Yeah.
And I
the next update.
wish you would
Nailing
have waited it as the beat drops, baby. In 1991, Axl Rose caused a full-blown riot during a Guns N' Roses concert outside of St. Louis when he jumped off the stage and attacked. Ready to see how dated this is and how times have changed? He started a riot because he jumped off the stage and attacked a fan who was videotaping the show.
Ooh. I remember this.
And now they can't do a show without thousands of phones in their face. With flash on, that means nothing.
That's a dated thing to get angry about now.
Pretty crazy. Apparently, this is not something to get angry over and not dated at all. We now have another update. An update, Sean.
Okay.
On the Billy Ray Cyrus Fire Rose divorce. And it keeps getting messier. The Australian native, this is new to me, claimed that the achy, breaky heart singer kept close tabs on her phone usage during their marriage. Billy had very strict rules, according to Fire Rose, alleged in an interview with Page Six. They say, I didn't have a car. I was only allowed to go to the local chiropractor and allowed once a month to get my nails done. It was a systematic isolation, and I couldn't find the courage to leave. If I had to send a text, I had to read it out loud to him for permission. The same for email.
Really?
Crikey. And then there's 3 more pages of baloney.
It's getting
that I
nasty
can't
over
get
there.
It's getting nasty, but it's like there's so much information being leaked out that I feel like there's somebody, maybe a team of people that are like, this is going to be the next Johnny Depp, Amber Rose.
One
But
more
no
time
one
with her
cares.
name. What's her name?
Fire Rose, one word.
Fire Rose. Is that her actual name? Or is that like just an adopted name that she's pulled on, like a moniker?
This is not covered in this article, unfortunately. Maybe it's
Fire
an Australian
Rose.
thing, but it's just Fire Rose, one word. I started off with the first piece of news a couple months ago at this point that I thought her first name was Fire, last name Rose. Apparently it's just Fire Rose.
Her name is Joanna Rose Hodges.
Okay.
And
So
so
Fire
she
Rose
changed
it
her
is.
name to Fire Rose
So
Cyrus.
Fire Rose is what, her OnlyFans name or
Stage
something?
name.
It doesn't say, but she goes by Fire Rose.
Someone that goes by doesn't have a day in Miami Beach anymore is this guy.
Puff Daddy.
Puff
Yeah.
P. Diddy, Poofy Combs, has been stripped of yet another public recognition. We saw last month that New York City's Mayor Eric Adams and the Key to the City of New York committee demanded that Diddy return his honor, and now the officials in Miami Beach are taking matters into their own Miami hands. And according to the Herald, on I guess towards the end of June, early July, the citywide celebration Sean Diddy Combs Day has been formally rescinded.
Ooh, fatality.
And that's all I have for that, my friends.
Hey, on that front,
What up?
Diddy. All right. So you got Chris Brown. He beats the hell out of Rihanna. We think that's over, right? That's not going to. But he's still out there, still touring, still making a lot of money doing his thing.
Doing his thing.
You have who's a more recent one I can think of?
Like abusive
Will
person?
Smith. Will Smith stands up at an award show and slaps somebody, Chris Rock, for a joke made about his wife. And everybody at the time was like, wow, that was way out of line. Unbelievable. Now Will Smith seems to be back. His movie's doing well. Do you think That video is pretty bad. Do you think that Diddy has a way out of this to come back and redeem himself? Because that video that might be a game ender.
Yeah, I mean, it's also multiple lawsuits and federal investigation and probably a lot of other information that is going to be leaked out or publicly given. Well,
if he wins them all and nobody can beat him in court and they don't have any
The only thing
evidence.
that he said is that day that it happened years ago, I felt really bad for.
Yeah.
And then it turns out he had his team pay thousands of dollars to hide that video until it resurfaced. So we'll see how it all goes down. I don't understand how this keeps happening, but the Simpsons have predicted something else.
All right, they predict pretty much everything. What was it this time?
Ay, caramba. It was predicted. What do we have so far? What did they predict? 9/11?
Oh my God! I swear, to everything that happens, somebody goes back and goes, "The Simpsons called this."
According to the internet, they have predicted the Hawk Tuah girl.
All right.
I sent you the link over there. Some people think that they did. Way back in 1992 was an episode called New Kid on the Block, and Bart gets a new neighbor named Laura, voiced by Sarah Gilbert from Points.
Oh, Roseanne. Roseanne.
2 points. Laura plays a trick on Bart by claiming she's going to read his palm and tell him his future. She grabs his hand and tells him she sees a mansion and a tennis court, and then gives him a Hawk Tuah right into the palm, saying, "There's the swimming pool. Hit it, Sean."
Were we? Oh, yeah. I was going to tell your fortune.
Huh?
Oh, man. You're going to be rich.
Whoa.
There's your mansion. There's the tennis court. And there's the swimming pool. See you later, Bart.
Oh, come on.
They predicted it, you guys. Honestly, it was Missy Elliott that did, because as far as what she says, and then the Hawk Tuah you hear in Get Your Freak On, almost identical. So if there's anyone that's going to get credit, it's Missy.
I was curious and looked this up. I just Googled things The Simpsons predicted. There's a Hollywood Reporter article, The Simpsons predictions 30 times the Fox show predicted something. Then there's a Collider article, the 45 predictions from The Simpsons that came true. So I don't know. It seems like they predict a lot of things.
I'm excited to see what's next. I'm also excited to see that this guy's following through.
Oh, Flavor Flav.
And all that mumbo jumbo is coming to fruition. Flavor Flav has already demonstrated his noted interest in the U.S. women's polo team out of nowhere. Also, Red Lobster. I think the last time we spoke, he went to a Red Lobster and bought the entire menu, and that was his attempt at saving the
When we
bankrupt
say U.S.
franchise.
women's polo team, are we talking water polo or land polo?
Water polo.
Okay, water polo. All right.
Do people even play land polo?
Yeah,
how does that
Wellington.
look?
Rich people play land polo. They go on horses and they have like mallets and they play polo. And they hit the ball. It's a rich person's sport.
And so for the polos,
That's why we don't
go in
know
the
anything
pool.
about it, Sabrina.
Got it.
Sean's a land polo
Please,
guy.
I grew up with all those kids in Wellington with all the money where they're playing polo,
What,
making
selling
fun of me.
drugs?
Sometimes.
Cool.
Got to do what you got to do.
Heard that, brother.
I'm from these streets, like Kamala Harris. You know what I mean?
I was right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to keep up supporting them. He had found out, I guess it was a couple months ago at this point, that the U.S. water polo, the women's team, could not go to the Olympics because they didn't have proper funding. And then he's like, this is insane. I'm going to help you.
He's
And
right.
Now he's doing it. According to CBS Morning, he told Nate and Gail that he met up with the water polo team and he's going to give them $1,000 each, as well as a cruise.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, he commended Steffens, I imagine one of the captains, for her team's determination and drive, even if he had never really known much about water polo before, seeing the post about them needing money to go to the Olympics. And while she was admittedly surprised when she initially learned that Flav was ready to support, she called the partnership beautiful, saying he's really opened up a lot of doors and truly been a hype man for us. It's been amazing.
Good for him.
He also discussed Red Lobster, and according to reports, he's got his own menu item.
Oh.
They're back, baby, kind of. Flava Flav and Red Lobster are trying everything to save the sinking ship. They announced on Monday that Flava Flav's signature menu item, a massive combo meal featuring the Red Lobster dishes that are inside Flava's heart, now available for you to order. This includes Maine lobster tail, snow crab legs, garlic shrimp scampi, bacon mac and cheese, and your choice of a side.
Damn.
So Flav is determined to keep throwing Red Lobster life preservers. I don't know why I just said lobster like that.
Red Lobster. That's it.
Flava Flav, Red Lobster. U.S. Polo, dog. And now they're going to enlist Flava Flav for his new gimmick as they try to stay afloat. They used a lot of sea puns here.
Isn't it weird, kind of, in a way? Like, the Red Lobster is sucking and falling apart because of private equity that's running the company into the ground. And in a way, Flava Flav's like, I'm here to help. I'll help you. And I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong, but it's just he's helping out some pretty terrible people who are in the process of ruining the company.
When's the last time we heard from Flava? So.
Not really, but he's got 2 stories going right now, so that ain't half bad.
Or how about you just create a hologram and then you can live forever? And this is my last story as I bid you adieu. John Bon Jovi hologram installed at his Nashville club.
Ooh,
all right.
That's how you create a long-standing, I'm going to live forever kind of thing. Unless, of course, they don't pay their electric bill. Then you can't see his hologram. But it's there. First time a proto-hologram unit has been permanently installed in a dedicated music venue or restaurant. Congratulations, John Bon Jovi. JBJ. You're really doing it, my guy. On the boob tube, just follow your dreams. Follow America's dreams. Follow our ancestors' dreams. And most importantly, follow me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And say it with me, America. Oh, the entire board just shut off on me.
Oh, that's how hardcore you were running things right there. That's how it There it goes. Thank you, Sabrina. His last name, to go back to names.
Should I tell the engineers now, or we should wait till closer to the next show?
Wait, I think.
Because I don't want you to lose your mind.
John Bon Jovi Wiki, let me see. Okay, his last name is Bon Jovi, so he just kind of spaced it out a little bit.
Didn't his kid just marry somebody?
Yeah, 11 from Stranger Things. What's her name?
Yeah.
11.
3
Millie Bobby
names.
Brown.
Yeah,
Millie Bobby Brown. I always find it funny when somebody is related to a famous person who has a fake stage name and they adopt the stage name. Like Ariana Grande, her name is not Ariana Grande.
Right.
But her brother calls himself Frankie Grande now. He just like
Why wouldn't you?
The fake last name, like, I'm from the Grande family.
And then
Grande
if Frankie
fame.
Grande gets married, his wife takes on the name Grande, and you're like, wait a second, this was never a thing.
He's pretty gay, so it would probably not be a wife.
So he can't get married? Oh, he's a wife.
He probably would not have a wife.
How
in
dare
said
you say a
marriage.
gay person can't have a wife, Sean?
Yeah, true.
Did not say that.
A lot of beards out there.
Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into something that's happening on the actual streets, out there on the streets, and a McDonald's highly controversial menu item gone just like that. They took it away. What is it? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio takes over Mount Dora. Details at realradio.fm/freedom.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Celebrate July 4th with the hottest deals at Lowe's. Bring some color to your garden. Get 2 select 2 or 2.5 quart red, white, and blue annuals for $10. In-store only, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Actual plant size and selection varies by location while supplies last.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
If you're struggling to lose weight, go to Red Mountain Weight Loss. We'll show you how shedding those unwanted pounds has never been easier with a new FDA-approved drug called semaglutide that's revolutionizing medical weight loss. It's the primary ingredient in Ozempic, and it helps people lose up to 15 pounds a month easily. It's a total game changer. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, we have semaglutide in stock and ready to ship today. Available in either the injection or tablet form. You'll also get the support of our licensed medical team, helping you with meal plans to speed your progress and medical solutions to prevent side effects and muscle loss. All for less than half the price of Ozempic. Put this game changer to work for you. At Red Mountain Weight Loss, you'll get quality semaglutide, your choice of injection or tablets, and all for half the price of Ozempic. Schedule your free consultation today. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain Weight Loss.
I'm John Morgan, here to urge you to vote yes on Amendment 3 and legalize the adult use of marijuana. There are a lot of reasons to vote yes on Amendment 3, but let me give you one more good one. Today, too many adults are sitting in our jails simply because they were using marijuana, and that is just wrong. If I was your governor, I would free or parole every person in jail for possession and then expunge everyone's record. Amendment 3 will put a stop to this and let the cops fight real crime, not fake crime. I'm tired of people being thrown in jail for something that is less harmful than alcohol or opioids. So now let's finish what I started and join me, John Morgan, in voting yes for the people and for Amendment 3.
Vote yes on Amendment 3. Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart & Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing and the movies.
Everything that we are doing is incredibly data-driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how specific audiences are performing. So although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at SolarSource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car vent clips. Now with 3 times greater scent control. Because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing, which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
Save time and money with the PVC fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet starting at $22.60. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
We love to celebrate the 4th of July with family, friends, food, and fireworks. Please be safe this Independence Day weekend and don't drink and drive from your friends at iHeartMedia and Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Not knowing what's going to happen next, even though we've got July, August, September, October. Those are the 4 main months before we hit November, an election month. That's 4 months. 4 months to sort this out. And in my mind, not really any chance that anything drastic will be done, despite the fact that you got establishment Democrats calling for Biden to step down. You've got New York Times editorial boards and other newspapers calling for this. Sort of the establishment is saying that's enough. Biden needs to step down. So where's everybody at? Like, what is everybody thinking? These kind of things are important right now. And right now, the latest information coming in from CNN says this. 3/4 of U.S. voters say the Democratic Party would have a better shot at holding the presidency in 2024 with somebody other than President Joe Biden at the top of the ticket. So that's 3/4 of U.S. voters. His approval rating has also hit a new low following a shaky performance in the first debate of this year's presidential campaign. In a matchup between the presumptive major party nominees, voters nationwide favor former President Trump over Biden by 6 points. That's 49% to 43%, Trump over Biden nationally. Identical to the results of CNN's national poll on the presidential race in April and consistent with the lead he's had to last fall. There are some signs in the poll that each candidate has consolidated support, they say. And here's the surpriser right here. Here's the big surprise. Ladies are moving the needle right now. Women.
What up, what up?
Women are moving the needle. And the poll also finds Vice President Kamala Harris within striking distance of Trump in a hypothetical matchup. 47% of registered voters support Trump to 45% supporting Harris. So she fares better, 2 points better than Biden does. Kamala Harris, who has been historically unpopular, fares better in a head-to-head matchup. Why? Well, that's within the margin of error, number one. But Harris's slightly stronger showing against Trump rests at least in part on broader support from women. 50% of female voters back Harris over Trump versus 44% who back Biden against Trump. So independents back Harris 43% to 34% over Biden. So she's actually emerging as being more popular than Biden in this. Again, I don't think.
But is there another choice? Is there? There's Biden, Harris, and
don't say the H word.
I like. You mean? Is there another choice in some fantasy world or like in the real world?
In this poll, like. I'm saying like, are the women saying that they would favor Harris over Trump because Biden's not?
Harris is at the top of the list. Several other Democrats have been mentioned as potential Biden replacements in recent days, and each trails Trump among registered voters. 48% for Trump to 43% for Newsom, and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is 47 to 43%. So both of them are worse off than Biden is.
But
Michigan
all this,
governor,
like Joe's call, I imagine, right?
yeah, he would have to step down.
There's nobody that can, like, they may suggest it to him, but he is the one that has to make.
Yeah,
that
and his
call.
family is pushing for him to stay in. You know, so that they're
Of
saying
course.
we don't want him to step down.
Whoa. The Democratic, what do you call it? National Convention can't pick somebody else?
It gets complicated. There's an article today, for instance, that says, I think it was in the Times or the Washington Post.
Because they have, in the case of presidents that have seceded to the presidency before and then thought about re-election, and they're like, no.
Well, the article that I'm seeing says LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, did it in 1968. Biden can do it too. And they say Lyndon Johnson used the nationally televised address from the Oval Office to announce he would no longer seek and would not accept his party's nomination for the presidency in the United States. After his catastrophic performance at last week's debate, President Biden is under growing pressure to do the same. And they go on, they're like, LBJ did it, Biden can too. But LBJ did it in March. We're in July. We're way too far down the tracks here. I don't know that this would work just in any way, strategically or otherwise. We're just all screwed. That's what we're looking at.
I'm excited.
I'm super surprised that the only one who is polling better than Biden right now is Kamala Harris, and it's because women would support her in a head-to-head matchup. And she actually would be within the margin of error. So interesting to see that shaping up out there. I don't think anything will happen, but just in case, we might as well lean into the speculation.
When's the next one supposed to be?
Talk about that.
Are they still going to do it, the second debate?
The next debate, I don't know. There was one more that was locked in or close to it, but will they do that now? This is what I said with the first one. I was like, this could be a one and done. And for the Biden campaign, it might be smart if they don't put him out there again. McDonald's has quietly confirmed they are killing off one of the most divisive menu items ever. One of the most divisive things on the menu.
Don't tell me.
Tell me.
It's not the filet of fish, is it?
C-Lane says the filet of fish.
It's been around forever. How's that divisive?
It has. Well, some people are like fast food fish, but
why is there cheese on it? Some people are like, why is there cheese on it? And some people are like, why is there only half a slice of cheese on it?
Right. But I think overall, it's got its fan base.
All right.
I think the filet of fish, because that's not the answer.
Okay. I like this guessing game, though. Is this a newer item, or it's been there since the 50s or whenever McDonald's came out?
It has not been around that long. It's only been around since 2021.
Oh.
And they say it's the most divisive menu item ever on the menu at McDonald's. And no, it's not the McRib or the McWrap, what people are guessing over on
Is it
chat.
a vegan option?
Maybe.
It's not the Impossible one, so it's the McVegan burger.
Oh, you're so
What
close.
is it? I don't know what it's called.
What's the most vegan-y name you could ever think of? A
McPlant.
McPlant is correct.
Oh, nice. All right, cool. I honestly have no idea
I've never
they
even
had
heard
that
of this.
option.
Yeah. McPlant. It was co-developed with Beyond Meat, and they're ditching this in the United States.
Why is it divisive? Like, that's the stuff that blows my mind. And
people are weird.
When I say why, I understand exactly who's screaming against it, but it's just like the people who want it will eat it. And the people who don't want it, leave it alone. Eat all your meat. You have so many meat options.
You know, not only don't I understand it,
Now I'm
McDonald's already ditched a lot of stuff like this. Like, I think C-Lane will know. He's more of a McDonald's connoisseur. He goes for the breakfast before the show sometimes.
He's throwing you under the bus there. But...
No, that's facts. McDonald's ditched all the salads, right? They don't have any salads, I think, right?
I don't think they do. I don't think there's any more attempts at, because even sometimes McDonald's salads were pretty
They're
caloric.
Like 1,400 calories.
Yeah, they have the salad they put in the cup.
Yeah, I liked that. The McSalad shaker.
But they don't have those options anymore. They don't have the salads. Now they're getting rid of the McPlant.
They're like, the supersized guy died. We're back to the patty stuff.
McDonald's now shifting their focus to chicken, which has become more popular among its customers than beef, partly due to its lower cost. And they're fighting to get prices down on stuff. This is a good trend that I'm seeing. I also saw Sonic, which I've only been to a Sonic once in my life, but Sonic is launching a $1.99 value menu.
Yeah.
Good. More competition for lower priced items. You need to see that. It's good to see that. But the McPlant, I wasn't really familiar with. I did not know that was a thing. It's not been a hit in the United States. It has been a hit in Europe, where they don't think that you're a pussy for eating lettuce and stuff. I don't think that, by the way. I just don't like lettuce and vegetables. I wasn't exposed to them much when I was a little kid. I think that's what did me in. I didn't get a lot of the greens. And now I'll do it every once in a while. I do like I don't like a Caesar salad I can do. There's a couple places where we'll go where I'll get, and I'm like, all right, this is good. I'm into this. I'm down with this right now. But there's less and less options out there, especially at a place like McDonald's. R.I.P. to the McPlant. It is gone. So now you know where people are at in terms of their thinking about what happens next for Joe Biden, who would be popular, et cetera, et cetera. This week we saw that the Biden campaign was super interested in having a press conference and pushing down on the reaction to this Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. Here's one of the problems. Strategically, this is a big L. No one cares. No, regular people, I should stipulate, don't care. And I thought this was funny. WPTV, they went around and they interviewed, they found 18 voters after this all went down. And they asked all of them, they're like, what do you think about this Supreme Court ruling about constitutional powers as the president? 17 of the 18 had no idea what they were talking about, had never heard of this before. And the other one was
they
like,
must not have been watching when Fox News cut through their commercials to talk about it.
Nobody's watching that either. There's not enough people that are watching Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. All that added up is just a tiny fraction of the American populace, like maybe 1%, 2%, 3% or something. And the regular people who matter most in these elections, the regular people, they're not paying attention to this. They're not outraged by this. It's only Twitter. It's only very online people, very, very political people. You know, the person in your life that just won't shut up about politics
Facebook,
on social media.
Instagram story. Y'all see this?
That person thinks this is the end of the world. But regular people, according to WPTV, no clue. 17 out of 18 had no idea. They didn't know what was going on with the court's opinion. And many of them, the one who did, I guess, didn't really care. Wasn't worried about it. Didn't find it to be a major issue. Let's see what you think. Let's work in some dispatches. We got a bunch coming in. You can send yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. Here we go. Let's see. Here is Cat in Paradise talking about polo, because we said Flava Flav was going to fund the U.S., I think, women's water polo team.
Yes.
So that's what got us to this. Hello? Whoa. Whoa.
Hi, junkies.
Osprey.
Kat here.
Female.
I just heard about you talking about water polo.
Yeah.
Elaine, there is other water polos, or other polos for that matter, and I just found out about it. There is bicycle polo.
Really?
3v3, 6v6, and it happens in the cities. My cousin is playing it in Philadelphia.
Huh.
Love y'all. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop. Cat from Tampa.
All right. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate you. I did not know there was bicycle polo. That sounds kind of fun. Over to Joe, who's talking about the multiverse.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to share something that happened a while ago, and I think about it often.
Okay.
And just thought it was time to share and get your views on it. It was probably like a year ago. I got my vehicle in the evening, and it's always on 104.1.
Yeah. Thank you.
And a country song was playing. So I let it play through, and then the song ends, and it sounds like...
He just cut off there. I don't know what the point was. I don't know what he's talking about. If anybody could translate Joe's gimmick and his joke there, do so, please.
Maybe don't.
One more. In the meantime, this is Dispatch About Dinner Time.
Hello, Sean, Sabrina, and C-Lane. I just wanted to let you know.
Did you forget our names for a second?
You radio goofs, you know, you're eating at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. For the rest of us, working people, we're up by 6:30 to get to work on time, and then we eat at 11 or 12 for lunch.
Okay.
By 6 o'clock, we're starving, and we eat then. So just wanted to let you know that, you folks are special.
Right.
Anyway, wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Yeah, I'm not even on that schedule, bud.
May I?
I don't eat anything until 4 o'clock almost, 3:45 or 4.
5:45 a.m. I was up this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was not able to eat lunch, as this dispatcher said, at 11 because we were starting our show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the entertainment that you listen to while you're taking your lunch break?
That thing.
Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also agree with Sean. I'm usually eating like a late lunch around 4.
What did you get for
I
breakfast?
did just get chips.
What did you have for breakfast?
I never eat breakfast.
No,
Almost
you don't?
never.
You're not-
decided to a couple days ago because I wanted coffee and was way too lazy to go actually pick it up. So I did Uber Eats it, and they give that you have 9 minutes to order extra food. Ordered a burrito, walked Carl, threw up said burrito.
All right. No.
So no more breakfast for me.
Yeah, you might want to cut that out. Okay, we want to hear from you. Hit us up
No
with
more
the dispatch.
discussion on that. Thank you.
Where did the burrito come from?
None of your business. We don't have time.
Not Starbucks?
No,
Do
it
they
was,
even have burritos?
it was Tatiana's Mexican Cafe or Tatiana's.
Oh,
it was
just didn't
delicious.
survive.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
It was good on the way down, but then the way up, not quite.
On the
as-
way
not
out,
as good.
almost tempting to eat again. Truly.
Oh.
Sometimes sometimes when you throw up something that's really good, you're like, oh, even though
On the way out, I'm like, I do taste some onions there.
That's
Yeah,
what
not
Lady
bad.
does. Lady will, bleh, and then she'll go.
So you're calling me a
What are you doing?
No. Neither of us say that we eat throw up. All right, stop trying to put us. Stop trying to lower us to your dog's level.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, quick break. When we come back, you go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. 11 center field on Twitch says, you guys are always eating while you're on the radio. I don't know that I've done that more than maybe 5 times ever. I
I'm
don't
just eating
think.
chips right now because I felt faint.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, you
know
gotta
that
keep the
I
system going.
do it more than 5 times a week.
Sea-Lane's one that definitely eats the most, but like he has timed it out perfectly. As far
got
as during
upset.
the show,
You got upset by that.
it's not a bad thing. I wish I remembered to order lunch in time.
Yeah, you usually just squirrel away like a half of which I don't understand the
It's not
restraints.
safe that I eat a whole meal in 6 minutes.
Yeah, but you get like a little bit of a Jimmy John sub. And a Jimmy John sub is not a giver to begin with. They're little guys. They're not a very big sub. And you eat like half of one and save the other half.
Until I get
personal
home and I
restraint.
can act like a damn animal.
I would not be able to restrain myself like that. If I get a foot-long sub, I always go, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have half of this, and I'll have a sensible pretzels bag on the side. It's 200 calories of pretzels. It'll be fine. And then I'll eat it, and I'll go, yep. I'll sit down on the couch, and I'll be doing some work, and I'll be like, son of a bitch, and I'll go get the rest of it, and I'll eat the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pound it down. All right, when we come back,
Sea-Lane, any
mailbox
thoughts?
money.
I think we eat pretty equally here.
We do. I mean, I didn't mean it offensively, man.
He took an offense. All right, quick break.
I eat
you're not
just
eating
as
the,
much as Sea-Lane, everybody.
Are you eating the stuff
I'm also
downstairs?
6'7" and
What stuff downstairs?
The stuff downstairs, the little pizza Sabrina got,
the
that
lava
sad looking pizza.
Oh no,
I'm
Yeah.
tempted now.
Yeah.
But maybe I won't, Sea-Lane. Maybe I won't eat.
All right, you guys fight it out back there. When we come back,
I'm
maybe
about to
we'll-
order
keep
lunch,
talking
and now
about
I'm thinking twice
What are you
about
gonna
it.
get? Where are you going? to?
Jimmy John's.
Look where all this led you. Right to the place.
Remember
now,
when
are
we
you
used to
gonna
be at
sensible?
Sean's and he bought us lunch?
Are you going to be sensible and have just half of your Jimmy John's?
Hell
Or are you
no.
gonna eat- Yeah, it's impossible, right? They're so small. They're not. Jimmy John's.
They're not that small.
Never mind. All right. Quick break. When we come back, mailbox money. Lots
Right.
of it. Google tossing out mailbox money. If you want a big fat check, you're going to want to hear what
I'm
they're
starting
throwing
to
this
hate
out
this
for 'em.
segment. I got to be honest with you.
That is coming up next
I'll
on the
tell you what.
News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the morning.
Russ, if Ryan gets a speedboat, the next day's headline is going to be this: Captain Corn Carney causes carnage at Causeway.
Ah, damn, he did it.
He did it
The Monsters in the morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Early Learning Coalition of Osceola County.
Want to give your child a learning experience that's free, fun, and gets them ready for the future? The voluntary pre-kindergarten program is your answer. It's available at no cost to any 4-year-old child residing in the state of Florida. Visit our website at elcosceola.org. That's elcosceola.org.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, John. Big news for veterans and first-time homebuyers. The Hometown Heroes program provides up to $35,000 down payment and closing costs. Get pre-approved at thatmortgageguydon.com.
This July, celebrate America's independence with a fresh view from Renewal by Andersen. Their custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors will not only enhance the beauty and value of your home, but also increase your comfort. They keep the heat and humidity out, not to mention the noise. That's because their unique Fibrex material combines both elegance and resilience, offering you double the strength of traditional vinyl. Right now, buy any 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit rbafla.com to schedule your free consultation today. And if you're looking for a new career, great news. They're still hiring experienced window and door installers. Celebrate freedom and comfort with Renewal by Andersen, official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, just go to rbafla.com for details. License number CGC 1527613.
At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to deliver on our promise to do good for our members and our communities. That's why we offer better banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. And we continually give back to the places we call home. That focus is one reason why ViStar was named a Best in State Credit Union by Forbes magazine. So join the nearly 1 million members who choose to bank with a leader. ViStar Credit Union. Do good. Bank better. Insured by NCUA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, over 3 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And with over 1 million of those calls coming from previous clients, friends, and family.
My name is Jason Williams. It was a rainy day, and I got hit from behind by a lady that was doing somewhere over 100 miles an hour is what they were saying. I've never dealt with anything like this before. Everybody that I talked to kept saying the same name, which was Morgan & Morgan. I was on hold for maybe 15 seconds. When they come back and said, Jason, we will absolutely take your case. As a non-tech savvy guy, any question that I had, if I called, text, or emailed, they got right back to me. They made it as easy for me as it could have been.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's largest injury law firm for a reason. With over 900 dedicated attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. We're just a phone call away. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you could breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe easy.
Can't escape the office this summer? Make your workdays tastier with delicious savings from EasyCater, the #1 site for workplace catering, with over 100,000 restaurants to choose from. Save up to $40 when you order from participating restaurants. These scrumptious discounts are available exclusively on EasyCater.com. So order some food for work and save some green with delicious summer savings. Order now at EasyCater.com. Order must be placed and received between June 24th and July 5th. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
It's been said that good fences make good neighbors. Your friends at Fence Outlet couldn't agree more. Whatever style, whatever color, just share your ideas. And your friends at Fence Outlet will have the right application for you. For quality fences at the best prices, go to fenceoutlet.com.
License number C10252 and C10803.
The Medal of Honor is the highest military decoration in the United States. Since it was established in 1861, there have been 3,517 people awarded with the medal. I'm Malcolm Gladwell, and our new podcast from Pushkin Industries and iHeartMedia is about those heroes. Listen to Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Medal of Honor, Stories of Courage.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to the
TheNewsJunkie.com. Hi, Leroy. He says, what's up, Sean? It's the conservative convict. And you asked on Friday of last week if Trump people would walk away if he had a Biden-type performance. So what I was saying was, it's interesting of note that at least at the establishment level, Democrats who saw the disastrous debate performance from Biden, they immediately were like, we got to toss this guy out. We got to find something new. We got to go. And I said, that's redeeming. That's a redeeming quality about those people, that they would see it and not just blindly keep going. They were pretending for a long time like there weren't these problems, but there was at least a moment there where they had to come to Jesus moment, and they said, we got to do something different about this. So I gave them credit for that. He said, you asked Friday if Trump people would walk away if he had a Biden-type performance. As a registered Republican, I would still vote for him against my own will. That's interesting.
Against my own will.
Against your own will. Trump is as close to anyone I can find that matches my views, and here they are. I believe we should have strict enforcement of the border. My stepdad is from Argentina. He came here legally and feels the same way. I find that to be the case with a lot of immigrants who came to this country legally. It's not Zionist or racist.
Legally or illegally?
Legally.
Okay,
legally. People who came into this country legally and are immigrants to the country tend to want other people to follow the rules too. Just anecdotally from my experience talking to people like that, yeah. People will go, they're immigrants. They want all the other immigrants to cross the border. It's not the case anecdotally from my experience. My stepdad is from Argentina. He came here legally, feels the same way. It's not Zionist or racist to want people to come here the right way. I think abortion is horrible, but in today's world, necessary for some, but there should be a limit. He's going on with all of his different things that he supports. I also don't think boys should play on women's teams in sports, blah, 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 blah. You know, through all of this is long. You are one of the most rational people on radio, being able to see both sides and usually end up in the middle. I think that's where most people are politically. I will miss you when you're on vacation for the 4th. It's hard to get through my AC job without you. Thanks for letting me ramble. I'm hiding under a tree in the rain. Wow, that was long. I'm sorry, he says.
Is this guy going to be fixing ACs on the 4th of July? Somebody's got to do it, I think.
Yeah, it's hot out there. Somebody's got to get down to that.
You know, if you're calling the AC guy on the 4th of July, don't listen to Sean.
No,
tip him. No. You better have a tip for your AC guy if he shows up on July 4th.
I will say, without a shadow of a doubt, if your AC guy has to go above the roof and, like, you know, into the attic area and it's hot outside, got a tip. I'll say 100% got a tip on that. That's really miserable and tough. But a lot of people think that if you're not partisan on one side or the other, like you don't take a team politically, that you have to end up in the center. And that can kind of be the case sometimes, but I don't think that's how it actually works. I think we're programmed to think that way. I think how it works for me is sometimes I'll find myself aligned with these people and sometimes I'll find myself aligned with these people. Like social issues, I'll almost always find myself left of center, and I'm fine there. With issues like finances and economic things, I generally find myself right of center, right? So you end up on one side or the other and it kind of balances out. But what sucks about this is neither side will take you on. You only have the centrists. And the centrists don't salute anybody or care. They're not like, yeah, hell yeah. They don't. They're just not.
They're exhausted. How about that?
Well, they are probably exhausted. Like everybody's kind of exhausted. But they also are just kind of not participating. They're not taking part in all of this. So you just get hate from all sides, just never ending, because you win the litmus test. You don't pass the litmus test of both sides of the party that needs you to agree with every little insane thing they agree with. I happen to look off to the left and think some of these people are insane. I think some of the policies Biden has, and I think some of the policies that are absorbed just like the gospel by the Democratic Party are insane. But I also see that same thing when I look at the Republican Party, and some of it's so stupid and useless and culture war stuff. So that's just where I find myself. I'm not a team player like that. I'm not somebody who just like picks a team politically and stays there. Money is what we can all gather around and enjoy together. This is the latest mailbox money that you might be able to get your hands on. Bad news for us, though. Bad news for us. It's coming from Google. So this is going to be $700 million.
Are they finally paying Jack back?
If you owned an Android device, they're not paying him for the odd credit card transaction he had not too long ago, but they said they reportedly made game developers use their proprietary payment system for apps downloaded from the Play Store, where Google charges a 15 to 30% cut on all transactions. Oh, my God, that sounds almost like the same exact thing that iOS does with Apple, mostly because it is. The first suit was settled in September 2023, but right now they're pushing this forward all the way. And they said developers are now able to show different prices, bobbity, bobbity, boop. Google's paying out $630 million plus an additional $70 million to a fund for use by the states. In regards to how much you get, the minimum will be $2, but some people are getting as much as like hundreds of dollars from this Google settlement. All if you had an Android device. That's all it takes. Did you have an Android device between, between August 16th, 2016 and September 30th, 2023? That's a big range.
It is, but what do you have to prove it? Because we've had lawsuits in the past where I know I've had that device, but I couldn't find any record on my cell phone provider of my iPhone back in the day that I know I for sure had.
I guess you have to, and maybe you can connect it to your Google account, because you have to have made a purchase on the Play Store between August 2016 and September 2023 to get the money back. So maybe it's just like connected to your Google account, and then they know if you did it or not. We'll have to see. I'll keep an eye on that when the website is active and ready for you to get that mailbox money. They're saying it's going to the next Barbenheimer, 2 movies in the theater, counter-programming one another. Everybody wants to head to the theater for it. Barbenheimer was, of course, what 2 movies?
That was Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Barbie and Oppenheimer brought in big monies. Barbie taking in over $1 billion.
Still have not seen Oppenheimer.
Same.
No, I haven't either.
It's on the queue, but I think it'll take me 3 days.
They say that this could be the new one. This could be the big day. It's going to be, when's the release date? The release date is going to be in November. And they said the same weekend has been picked for Gladiator 2 and Wicked, which I don't know what word you make out of the two of those. Glicked weekend.
Wickiator.
Gladiator 2 and Wicked. I don't have as much faith in those two.
When was Gladiator released?
Long time ago.
15 years ago?
Yeah. I don't know if there's a fan base still pining for it. Maybe they are. Maybe you are. Maybe Wicked is the one. That seems like it would be a smaller audience to me. Gladiator 2 and Wicked. Does that do it for you? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
Is this the first movie, Wicked? Is this the first time this has been on the big screen?
I believe like the actual like film adaptation.
Yeah,
there
I
might have
think
been
so.
like a filming of the Broadway show.
There's a famous actress in it too, and I can't remember who it is. See, look up Wicked movie real quick.
Oh, it's Ariana Grande.
Is it Ariana Grande? Okay.
And oh god,
Cynthia Erivo?
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Oh, you do. You definitely know her.
Yeah.
Like she has been in a bunch of.
She's got that Jada Pinkett hair.
TV and film, like
I mean,
you
I know
remember The
Wicked.
Outsider?
Yeah,
that one I watched. She was
where's-
the crazy, like the detective that.
I probably know if I
looked
saw
outside.
her.
Yeah, you absolutely would.
But Wicked, even though I've seen the stage production, which is fine, I don't think it's nearly as big as Barbie. It's just not anywhere near that.
I've never
And
seen it, so I'm looking forward to the film.
Gladiator 2. Are people pining that much for I don't know if that's going to do it. We'll see.
Oh, wait. 11 center field says the guy in it is Pedro Pascal. So that
In
leads me to
Gladiator?
believe, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, he's got a big following right now. He's certainly
hot
done well.
now.
Yeah. Last of Us, and he's been in many things. Mandalorian. He's got a couple of wins notched under his belt. People seem to like him. We'll see what you think. We got that. Plus, jury duty is on the way, and we're going to give you the updates in the Karen Reed trial. What happened right after this case dropped as a mistrial? What happened right after that? We'll talk about it. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Because sometimes inviting amongst friends is exactly what you need to lower the volume on the voices in your head. Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mattress Firm.
In a salary cap sport, smart front offices plan for the future in terms of salary caps. It's not a major move by any means, but it's exactly what the Oklahoma City Thunder did a few weeks ago. With massive contracts looming for Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, the Thunder dealt promising young guard Josh Giddey to the Bulls for Alex Caruso. He's not going to take over any games. He averages 10 points a game, but they have a manageable contract there. I'm Dan Patrick.
Mattress Firm's July 4th sale is your chance to get matched with your coolest Z's yet. Save $500 on Tempur-Breeze mattresses with free and fast delivery. All night cooling, all summer long. Discover the difference the right bed makes. Restrictions apply.
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Kia Center August 3rd and 4th. Brought to you by BKT Tires, your local Ford dealers, and Morgan & Morgan. You have to see it live, so don't miss it. Lock in your seats today at monsterjam.com.
Hey Orlando, get ready for your real estate journey with Nickley's Believe It or Not. Did you know the Nickley Group sells the most homes in Central Florida? They actually sell one every 9.7 hours. The Nickley Group sells homes twice as fast and for 6% more on average. Yeah, that's approximately $25,000 more for your home. Why? Because the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently. Don't believe me? Google them. They have over 3,000 five-star reviews. Get your own dedicated team of local experts and experience the difference. For a guaranteed cash offer on your home today, call the Nickley Group. Visit thenickley.com.
You can't escape the office this summer? Make your workdays tastier with delicious savings from EasyCater, the #1 site for workplace catering, with over 100,000 restaurants to choose from. Save up to $40 when you order from participating restaurants. These scrumptious discounts are available exclusively on EasyCater.com. So order some food for work and save some green with delicious summer savings. Order now at EasyCater.com. Order must be placed and received between June 24th and July 5th. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
When you think about the month of July, you think about freedom, and we have the freedom for a long life. We just have to take care of ourselves, right? Well, Life Imaging FLA wants to help you take care of yourself. They want to help you as far as being proactive and getting a scan and make sure that your heart is fine and you don't have cancer. Life Imaging FLA, they know that early detection of heart disease and cancer can be a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome. Give them a call to get that free heart scan. Call Life Imaging FLA. You pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value, and it's definitely worth it. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. This is definitely worth it. Life Imaging FLA. Ask them about the cancer screening as well. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds.
2 guys, 5 rings. Yes. One essential podcast for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers host a new podcast that's all about the athletes.
You got to get your head in the game, as Zac Efron once said.
And the culture.
Not French.
Well,
no association with the nation of France. But you did live in Montreal.
Of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Listen to 2 guys, 5 rings on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app, search 2 guys, 5 rings, and start listening.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to manufacture and install your windows. Every single New South window is custom manufactured just for your home. Now you can buy 2 windows and get the 3rd absolutely free.
Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS or visit newsouthwindow.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Dell Technologies Black Friday and July deals are live. Check out incredible savings on select laptops and more, like the XPS 15, powered by Intel Core processors. Don't miss out on Black Friday and July savings at Dell.com/deals.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
Talk about what happened to the Karen Reed case, the mistrial. Right after it was announced that it was a mistrial, there was something that went down that was pretty dramatic, and we'll bring that up. Quickly, though, big ups to DPS Hunter and Shamrock 808, the newest Secret Show subscribers. You can learn more about Secret Shows over at thenewsjunkie.com. Go over there and look around and explore. While you're there, join us. Create an account. To create an account is totally free, and then you could send in dispatches after that's done. So I look forward to hearing from you, whatever's on your mind today or any other day on the show. Right now, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. After an accident, you reach out to Mo. That's what you do. You know this by now. You pick up the phone, you dial 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, and the crew over there is going to get you on the right track. They'll very quickly start up the process, and you'll be surprised when they get the insurance companies on the line, how fast they can get the settlement that you deserve. Do not feel bad about doing this. This is something that you should do to protect yourself, your family, and your future. So after an accident, you call 866-CALL-MO. There is a woman in court right now, happens to be in Orange County, Florida. She happens to be one of the worst people on the face of the earth. This woman's a monster, an absolute monster. If you don't know the case of Sarah Boone is the woman who killed her boyfriend. She locked him inside a suitcase at their home. And they said it was
a hide and seek game.
Yeah, during a game of hide and seek. And she has the video. We played just a quick clip of it once on the show where he's like, please, Sarah, please, I'm begging you, let me out of the suitcase. And she's all messed up. She's like, no, it's what you get. It's what you deserve. And he died in the suitcase that she zipped him up in. And she's been charged with second-degree murder. Problem is, in the 4 years since that, Boone has had 9 lawyers. 9. 7 of those appointed by the court, who all eventually asked to withdraw for various reasons, including irreconcilable differences, like this is a marriage or something, ethical differences, or conflict, according to court documents. She's such a bitch, such a pain in the ass, such an obnoxious, terrible, no good human being.
Well, what a surprise. You think that it's going to be easy to work with somebody who killed some guy by locking him in a thing like that?
No, but guess what the result is? She must now represent herself, according to the judge in this murder trial.
I heard that this morning, and I thought it was weird because the way that they phrased it was like the judge, and I didn't know that this can be done for you. Mm-hmm. You can waive your right to an attorney, but the judge took away her right to an attorney.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, the judge basically said, I am revoking your right to an attorney based on all of the problems that you've had with all these others, which I guess you don't want her to be able to just piss off every attorney in town just to make the process so long,
prolong,
and just kick it down, and then she never goes to jail, or I don't know if she's in jail, out of jail, but she never gets sentenced, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, at some point, it's got to be on the judge to go, hey, all right, enough's enough. This is your own. But when they said revoked her right to an attorney, I was like, can you do that?
Yeah, put that. I know it's crowded, but Mo's going to be back next week, and I'd love you to put that on the Mo list because that is something I've not heard of before. She's such a terrible human. She has now been forced to represent herself in this murder trial after all these other attorneys. 9 have been appointed, 7 by the court, or she's had 9 total. 7 of them have been by the court, and they've all said, I want out of here. This lady is terrible, and I don't want to be anywhere near her. So we'll keep an eye on that case. An armed man chased a California couple, which is bad enough. But the thing is, they were in a national park, and the California couple, Alex and Justina Lucero, said they were robbed at gunpoint, and they didn't know where to go, so they had to hide in a volcano for 24 hours.
They'll never find me here.
What do you mean?
Halakala volcano on Maui for 24 hours, they said. They arrested Christopher Helmer for doing this. He's being held on $50,000 bail. And it said the couple said they were driving on the Pilani Highway in a rented Ford Mustang when a man in a Toyota Tacoma flagged them down and exited his car with a gun. They said they were told to get out of the car and start walking. The man then drove away with the rental car. However, the suspect doubled back, got out of the car, and taunted the couple, saying, you want your car back? You want your car back? He fired at least one pistol. The couple thought he was shooting at them, so they hid, and they spent the next 24 hours hiding from the suspect on the volcano in the national park. And now they said there's like some things they got to work on here. They're trying to get money also because they're in a band, and the band had to cancel tour dates, a la Justin Timberlake here.
Oh, but that album is going to be all about hiding in that volcano.
Alex Lucero Band? Are they anybody?
I've heard of a band called Lucero, but not Alex Lucero.
Try to see if Alex Lucero Band brings back anything, because they said this is the band who were there to play some corporate events, and they had to hide out in a volcano.
A soul/Americana touring act based out of Santa Cruz.
Nice. All right. I can get behind that. You were not going to see them if you were in Hawaii, though. They were a little bit shaken up by all this.
Oh, brother.
Karen Reed, the case was ended in a mistrial. No surprise to anybody listening to this show. It's all about reasonable doubt. And as much as I thought Karen Reed was responsible for her husband's death, as much as I think that she drove that Lexus into his head as he dropped his drink in the front yard of his friend's house, as much as I think she was responsible, they did a really good job, her defense attorneys, introducing a lot of reasonable doubt that I think even myself as a jurist on the panel there would have probably gone this route. I would probably say, look, I don't think I could find her guilty. There's too much doubt here.
Sure.
And there is one guy who was key to all this, Michael Proctor. Now, you guys remember Proctor in this Karen Reed case.
Blue Wall?
He's the cop who was looking for nudes on her phone. When he was searching for her phone.
And he had to read his text out loud?
He had to read his text out loud, which talked about her body. I forgot what comment he made, but something about her body. One was, I hope she just offs herself, saying that he wanted her to take her own life. And a bunch of other things, like, she's guilty and all these things before the investigation was even underway. The moment they declared a mistrial, they released the information saying the lead investigator was relieved of duty. And he'd been with the cops for 10 years. He's out. They said he's completely
Interesting.
out. So they kept him on throughout that trial because they thought that might look real bad with the jury. But immediately afterwards, they fired this guy's ass. And then now it's a disciplinary hearing that he's going to be facing. So we'll see what happens with that.
If she's found not guilty and they have proven that there's something else to look into, is it a possibility that this case opens up against the cops? That could be
anything could happen. Anything could happen. It could happen that they don't want to retry it. It could happen that they go after another suspect because they really believe her case. Any of these things are possible. What do you think is next? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
I think when I was a kid and OJ got acquitted,
if the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah,
right?
I said to my dad, that means that they got to go find the real killer now, right? And my dad was like, yeah, nah.
I love when you're little and you have all the faith in the world in institutions. You're like, clearly, if he's found not guilty, they got to go find the person who did this. When we come back, we're going to talk about what's happening with our live show tomorrow. Some big question marks on this one.
There is an opportunity for someone tomorrow.
Yeah?
Not during our show, but just there's some things aligning that if you did something tomorrow in Mount Dora, you could go viral. You could go super viral.
All right, well, let's see what that is. We'll see what C-Lane's talking about, and we'll get to what's happening for the show tomorrow. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio takes over Mount Dora. Details at realradio.fm/freedom.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by DellAir.com. Feel the Dell Air difference. Let Dell Air help you declare energy independence with a new AC system for up to 50% savings on energy bills. Call or visit DellAir.com to book your free estimate and start saving with summer rebates, specials, and interest-free financing.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Can't escape the office this summer? Make your workdays tastier with delicious savings from EasyCater, the #1 site for workplace catering, with over 100,000 restaurants to choose from. Save up to $40 when you order from participating restaurants. These scrumptious discounts are available exclusively on EasyCater.com. So order some food for work and save some green with delicious summer savings. Order now at EasyCater.com. Order must be placed and received between June 24th and July 5th. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Download the iHeartRadio app and listen to thousands of live radio stations, podcasts, and stream unlimited music playlists for any mood or activity. Powered by City Kia, Central Florida's favorite auto dealer.
City Kia.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at SolarSource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Can't escape the office this summer? Make your workdays tastier with delicious savings from EasyCater, the #1 site for workplace catering, with over 100,000 restaurants to choose from. Save up to $40 when you order from participating restaurants. These scrumptious discounts are available exclusively on EasyCater.com. So order some food for work and save some green with delicious summer savings. Order now at EasyCater.com. Order must be placed and received between June 24th and July 5th. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
New South Window Solutions. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. The exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
For the podcast for FREE over at thenewsjunkie.com. It's waiting for you. Tomorrow is a big day. First time in a long time. We've been doing, we're going to be doing a live show tomorrow. And I don't mean like live, like we're live every single day, but out there in the public. And it's been a couple of years for various reasons, but we're ready to have some fun tomorrow for the 4th of July weekend, whatever you want to call it. I know a lot of people took off this week. I know a lot of radio shows straight up took off the whole week. But look at us, soldiering in, not only doing multiple days this week, but also doing a live show, which, if you don't know, is tomorrow in Mount Dora. And now here in our home market in Orlando, it's going to be all day long. So all 3 of the anchor shows, mornings, middays, and afternoons, will be live in Mount Dora for this event, this 4th of July fireworks thing.
At different places.
At different places, so we're like scattered around. I feel real good about the place that we landed on, which is Whiskey Kitchen.
I felt good at the name of it because I love whiskey and I love anything in a kitchen.
Sounds good. If you've never been to
I think they almost didn't ask for our approval. I think Boss Man Bradshaw just went, whiskey, hee-hee, News Junkie loves that.
I know we know some people who work there. Our friend Juan is somebody I've known for a long time. He works there. He knew about it before me. I was like, okay, sounds like we got a live show coming up. We'll start getting ready for this. Live shows, if you've never been to one for the News Junkie, are fun. It's always something going on. We've had ones that are absolutely out of control. People were talking about streaking on chat. I don't know if we've ever had a streaker at a live show. Trying to think.
I'm barely clothed.
Yeah.
We have had.
It's probably been like a flash or something. It would blow my mind if that hasn't occurred.
I wouldn't say tomorrow is the day to.
No, look, I'm not saying for people to do this. I'm just going over what has happened in the past at some of the live shows.
We definitely had a lot of vomit at one of them.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot at one particular one. That was a fun show.
We have an ambulance at that one?
Show. There's been ambulance at multiple shows. And what we got going down tomorrow is we're going to do the show live. We'll have some bits, some games, some stuff that we're working out that will be there for you to participate in. C-Lane's going to be staying there, for God's sake. He's ready to go. C-Lane, he went and did a big round of shopping for stuff just in case, because we're wondering, is there going to be a little sprinkle while we're there? So we got to be prepared for that. And there's a lot of moving parts right now. But a lot of you, hopefully, those of you who are in chat during the show, or those of you who are dispatchers, you might see each other for the first time. We have those hello, my name is tags. Maybe we should bring those. We usually bring those for events like this.
We bring those?
Where are they?
I have them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they came back in the stuff that C-Lane brought over from VIP leftovers from Just Okay.
It's going to be a fun day. I mean, the entire day from morning until nighttime, we have the entire station takeover. It's called Freedom on the Waterfront in Mount Dora.
Hell
and
yeah.
I'm very excited. Once we're done, it's obviously our long weekend. And we get to see Inner Circle and All for One.
Well, that's cool.
All right.
I mean, when's the last time?
And there's the thing where I think there's a very unique opportunity for someone to go viral.
Yeah, why?
Because, I mean, obviously, since they're going to be rip-roaring, having a good time.
Oh, no. Nobody's going to pull off the threefer. That would be a mess.
They might. No, some people will pull off the threefer. But here's the thing. Towards the end of Jimmy's show, Inner Circle goes on stage.
Yeah.
And towards the end of Inner Circle going on stage, they're going to play that song.
Yeah.
And if you were on video getting arrested during Bad Boys, I don't think it's ever been done before. Instant viral fame.
Yeah, I think that would work. That's got some potential right there. A lot of people asking about streaming. Are we going to stream the live show? I'm not sure exactly just yet. So at the very least, you'll have an audio feed on the live stream. We're working on a super polished professional mobile setup where we can have a multi-camera shoot that rivals the quality of the regular stream when we're live. I'm not a fan of like the Brady Bunch style thing with a bunch of webcams cobbled together and like a delay not matching up and all of the things that come with that. We might open it up to some video at certain parts, but first we want to make sure that like audio is locked in, sounding brilliant, as good as can be. And then during the show, we might like open things up a little bit more, try with some shots. Who knows? No guarantees, but certainly you'll see. Big Digit says, the Monsters can do it. Why can't you? They do it in a very, very different way than we do, number one. And as per usual with these things, people don't understand how these setups work. If we were to go do a show and we were to just broadcast the audio live and we have all our cameras live, pretty cut and dry, pretty easy thing for us to do. We have to have ratings encoding on our stream, which if you know anything about radio, you have a delay as well, right? So there's a delayed thing that we have to do. So you have to delay the video to match up with the delayed audio. You have to utilize, in our case, multiple different studios and ISDNs that have different delays. It's just a lot more complicated than you think, right? If you think that we're dummies and, everybody else can figure it out, you're just not understanding how it works. So promise the bare minimum, which would be audio streaming on the video sites, and perhaps we'll take it a little bit further than that and bring you some more. Creed Cruz says, somebody set up their phone and bootleg live stream. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All I want to do is promise you the
have
least.
some fun.
Yeah, I want to do that too. But I want to promise you the least. And then if we over-deliver on that big time, then you'll be just fine. But I don't want you to think, what the hell? This is not my multi-camera setup, blah, 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 blah. Don't think that you're definitely guaranteed that. In the long term, we're going to have a setup that will do this in a way that I think is going to be really, really cool. And it'll make it fun when we're out doing live shows like this. But we'll have something for you. And we'll have things for you to win. We'll have lots of fun stuff.
I could leave the live camera on, and we'll just zoom in on like an out of office sign.
We could do that, or just the volume meter on the X32 in here. Somebody says, "Will the junkies be doing tequila shots?" David says this on YouTube. Well, David, I'd like to say no. But we can't say that because every single time we do a live show, people think it's funny to just continuously bring over shots for us to take during the show because it's a 4-hour show. And the odds that something is going to go wrong by the end of that show increase each time there's another shot. And we put up some pretty big numbers, at these events. I can't remember what Simon had on the scoreboard that one time, but it was a lot. It was a lot.
That stays a secret forever.
It probably should, for legal reasons.
No, it doesn't. He sent it to me all the time. He still has the screenshot.
Christina says, I will be so sad not being able to watch on Twitch, Sean. Well, you have the audio and maybe more, but that's all that I'm guaranteeing it right now. Brian says, I'll be there at 7 a.m. He's going to try to run the gauntlet, C-Lane. Brian's going to try to make it all the way. People have said, what time can you show up? As we said, the broadcast is going on throughout the day in different locations. The Monsters are where for people locally?
Pisces Rising.
Pisces Rising, which is a beautiful spot there in town. And also, we're at Whiskey Kitchen, which is in Mount Dora. And then the Jim Colbert Show, if you're here locally, will be broadcasting after us. And they're at what establishment?
It's the Elizabeth Evans Park, which is where the
concert is?
It's where kind of the event is. You know, and like we're doing things other places as part of the event, but the concerts and all the stuff is going to be in that park, and so they'll be there.
Okay, all right, that's exciting, man. We're going to have some fun tomorrow, so make sure you're out there. People are saying, what time should we show up? You show up whenever you want. I mean, you know when we're getting started. We're getting started when the show goes live, and if you're there before that, it's something that happens all the time. I don't think we've ever had a gig where people weren't there before us. It seems to happen every single time.
There was like one time many, many years ago, and not even the staff of the place was there yet.
No, it was just us and listeners hanging out in the parking lot.
Set everyone down and be like, this was too early, guys. It's a little too early.
So it's going to be fun. We want you to be there. Mount Dora Whiskey Kitchen tomorrow. We'll see you there. And as promised, I'm going to hold up on all my promises on this. As promised, every single person that shows up, if you come up to us, you can get a magnet. We'll have magnets for every single person that shows up for the broadcast at Whiskey Kitchen.
I'm going to amend what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Sean will have magnets for every single person.
I will. I'm going to bring a bunch of magnets.
I am not going to have them. So when I show up early to start setting up all the gear, they're like, see, like, you got a magnet for me? And don't do it anyway because you think that's funny, because I said it.
Come to me.
Then I'll tell Sean not to give you a magnet.
I'll be the intermediary for the magnets, and we'll bring some other stuff out there, too, for people to win. We got some extra merch and whatnot we can have for prizes. We're going to be playing Fritz on the Street as well, out there live. We haven't done that live. And our friend Fritz is going to be with us. I don't know how long we got Fritz for. I hope we have him for a long time tomorrow, but that'll be fun to have him around as well. Okay, when we come back, we're going to get into what you need to know for 4th of July weekend, because there's a lot going on there. And an update on the mysterious Stingray pregnancy. What's happening now? Wait until you hear this twist. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Want to save up to 50% on new blinds and shades? Blindster offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters at prices way less than big box retailers. And right now, save up to 50% off any order during Blindster's July 4th sale. Hurry, sale ends July 8th. Blindster.com.
Sponsored by the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home at thenickley.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, over 3 million people called Morgan & Morgan in their time of need. And with over 1 million of those calls coming from previous clients, friends, and family.
My name is Jeannie. I was sitting in traffic and I was hit twice from behind by 2 different cars. My first thought was Morgan & Morgan. I was very surprised at how easy it was. I did not have to go into the office. I did everything by text. They needed documents, I could sign them, I could upload them, I could send them right back with ease. Call Morgan & Morgan. It's easier than you think.
Thank you for trusting us. We've become the largest injury firm in the world because we've won a lot. The word is out. Size matters. Reputation matters. We're America's largest injury law firm for a reason. With over 900 dedicated attorneys and climbing, we're ready wherever you are, whatever you need. The choice is easy. We're just a phone call away. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This July, celebrate America's independence with a fresh view from Renewal by Andersen. Their custom-built, energy-efficient windows and doors will not only enhance the beauty and value of your home, but also increase your comfort. They keep the heat and humidity out, not to mention the noise. That's because their unique Fibrex material combines both elegance and resilience, offering you double the strength of traditional vinyl. Right now, buy any 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit rbafla.com to schedule your free consultation today. And if you're looking for a new career, great news. They're still hiring experienced window and door installers. Celebrate freedom and comfort with Renewal by Andersen, official sponsor of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, just go to rbafla.com for details. License number CGC 1527613.
We love to celebrate the 4th of July with family, friends, food, and fireworks. Please be safe this Independence Day weekend and don't drink and drive from your friends at iHeartMedia and Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable.
Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you could breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe easy.
In this edition of the Marketer's Report, Angela Zepeda, Chief Marketing Officer of Hyundai Motor America, discusses measuring audio.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us, but all of it's been extremely helpful, and we have seen a huge return on our investment. The methodology by which we're approaching audio and then seeing the real results with real numbers has helped us continue to invest moving forward. One of the things that's been really important for us is to see the extension of reach to new audiences that we lift, adding audio to our overall portfolio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a marketing company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
iHeartRadio is the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. It's the only way to listen to exclusive NBC play-by-play action of Team USA, plus NBC's top Olympic moments, original Summer Games podcasts, and live hourly updates from the games in Paris on the iHeart app and right here on this station. Be sure you have the free iHeart app, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
iHeartRadio. Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting?
A 3rd of July broadcast live for the first time in a long time. We will be out there, the News Junkie Radio Show, broadcasting at Whiskey Kitchen, and we want to see you. So show up tomorrow, and stipulation time. All right, real quick. Because I said magnets for everybody.
You're letting the chat get to you.
Yeah, if you show up at the live show, I'm going to give you a magnet. Just come over to me and say, "Hey, Sean." Don't do this until we're like up and running. I got to get stuff ready. Don't be pushy about it. But when everything's going and we're good, I'll make sure everybody who comes gets a magnet. I'll have enough for everybody. But don't go, "Oh, my brother's cousin wasn't able to make it, and I'm going to hold a magnet for him." No, you're not. That's not how it works. You got to show up in person. Your soul must be there. I don't care if you're there for like 15, 20 minutes or if you're there for 4 hours, but you have to be there in person to get it. I can't just give it out to everybody. My 7 cousins, they sent me over. I can't do that. So I just had to put that hard and fast rule down before everything gets started. Arnott says, too late. It was a verbal agreement. Now, I'm unagreeing. I'm unagreeing with that right now.
Wait, you're just sort of refining what you said before. You never said that anybody could get more than one magnet.
No, it's one magnet for people who are there, and they'll be random. I'll have all sorts of different types of them. You're going to get what you get. And then no, like, oh, can I get this one? Or I need 6. And then none of those things. Everybody will get one who shows up. And I can't wait to see your faces out there. Beautiful, beautiful faces for the first time in so long. Charlotte the Stingray, what a ride it's been. C-Lane said when we went to the break, I don't know how there could be any more twists, any more turns, Sean. How could there be a single twist more?
There was a girl who had gone viral, like, for her take on it when everyone thought it was a miracle baby with the shark. Yeah. And she was like, wouldn't it be crazy if there was just, like, not a baby and it was a deadly disease?
Yeah.
And then she just reposted, like, I didn't mean that.
What if I nailed it?
But I totally nailed that.
Yeah, the story about Charlotte the Stingray goes as follows. Charlotte was in an aquarium in North Carolina, and they see this beautiful stingray, and they say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at this thing and see how she's doing. And they go, oh, my God, Charlotte the Stingray is pregnant. It's a miracle. What? Because there's no male stingrays in the aquarium with Charlotte at all. The immaculate stingray conception has occurred. And they went nuts, and they were going to find out what was happening here. There's a shark that was in the aquarium with the stingray. Was there some kind of crossbreeding going on? What was happening? So they go over that, and then they find out that Charlotte the Stingray has cancer, unfortunately, which is the predicted outcome from the TikTok person. And now I hate to bring you the news, but Charlotte the Stingray has died in the small aquarium where she lived in North Carolina. From obscurity to world fame and everybody wanting to know what was happening with the miracle pregnancy, it was featured on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Charlotte the Stingray was on Saturday Night Live. This was a big deal in the viral world.
Was talked about on Saturday Night Live. They didn't actually wheel the tank in there.
No, somebody was in a stingray costume.
Oh, gosh. That's 100% Bo and Yang.
Yeah, at the Weekend Update desk, there's somebody in the stingray costume doing a bit on this. And so, unfortunately, it was, yes, a result of some sort of medical malady, and the stingray is no longer with us. So we bid you adieu, stingray friend. And now we go over to you. Here's Mad King talking about Gladiator 2. We said Gladiator 2 is coming out with Wicked, and they're claiming it's the next Barbenheimer. I don't know if this will get enough asses in the seats to be that, but here's the Mad King.
Good afternoon, junkies. The Mad King here. Gladiator 2. I hope it's not like Gladiator 1. I have seen that movie thousands of times. I don't care how many times it comes on TV. I have to watch it. It's kind of like Pulp Fiction. Can't not watch it. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
I hate to say this, to admit this, and to put this out there. I've never seen Gladiator.
I don't think
know
I have
what
either.
Gladiator is.
Russell Crowe?
Yeah, Russell Crowe.
This is Sparta? Or is
This
it 300?
is Sparta. And, that is 300, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Now I'm confusing the two. I don't believe I've ever seen Gladiator.
Gladiator is, are you not entertained?
Yeah. Okay, I know that. And I was when Russell Crowe was on top of the world, man. He was absolutely everywhere. Let's go over to McDillin Nuggets with a dispatch.
So it's been driving me nuts, too, you guys mispronouncing Vivek's name. But another one that I've just completely given up on because nobody says this person's name right is Ron DeSantis. Yes, his last name is pronounced DeSantis. You can find clips from him in like 2018, 2019, saying his name.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually getting really pissed at people for saying it wrong. And he just completely gave up and now just says DeSantis. Pretty pussy, if you ask me, just giving up and let people say your name wrong and then saying your own name wrong.
I don't know. If you have a name that everybody constantly pronounces wrong, I think at some point you're like, whatever. Just I'll take whatever you throw at me. Like I said, my last name, Watson. I can't tell you how many times I get Watson. There's no T in my last name at all. My entire
That's
life.
not even pronouncing it wrong. That's just wrong. It's just not your name.
Creating another name because it's a more common name. Watson is than Wasson, Wasson, which is my actual last name. Ron DeSantis is what I've always heard and known. And if you lose track of that so much, your name just kind of changes. That's what happens. You got to stay on top of this stuff. I wanted to be Scooter after all, and I never got that. Here's Jack with a dispatch.
Hey, Sean. Hey. Come on now. It's okay to drink juicy juice. Have a good one.
I wasn't drinking juicy juice, sir.
No amount of aloe exists.
Yeah,
that will recover Sean from that burn.
I've crumbled to my core, but it was not juicy juice. The thing is, the reason why I don't want to say is because no matter what I say, it'll still be mocked. So I might as well just not tell you so I don't give into that. Instead, we'll do this. Here goes Dan the plumber talking about Gladiator. Oh, Dan, you got a frowny face. I usually skip right over these, but I'm going to give you one shot at redemption here.
Hey, junkies. Happy Share the Show Tuesday. Just wanted to chime in about Gladiator. It's about 24 years old and 150 pounds ago for Russell Crowe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a long time between those movies, but it's enough of a movie.
Russell Crowe kind of a chubster now?
Last I saw him, he was a little heavier.
Les Mis, he was a little chunky.
He was in a movie. God damn it. We watched so many movies. I am so sorry. I don't mean to do this, but I'm just going to bring it up. He was in a movie about road rage, and he was driving a car.
I just watched that.
And he's like so freaking mad about somebody who cuts him off.
Unhinged?
Yeah. Unhinged. And I didn't dislike it, but it was a different role for Russell Crowe. Excuse me.
He does look different in this. And this was 2020.
Yeah, he was heavier, and he was in this role of just your token person who you disrespect them, if you will, in traffic, and they can't let it go, and they keep going and going and going, and it's a very, very interesting role for him. I like him in it, kind of, and I also like, did you guys ever see Vince Vaughn was in a movie where he played a role that was totally different?
The one where he changes roles with the young girl?
No, and that's the freaky one.
That was good.
It wasn't bad.
But that I thought of that as a very not Vince Vaughn, because him being like a serial killer and then having that weird switch up where he's the girl.
Let me look up the one I'm talking about. Okay, the movie I'm talking about that Vince Vaughn was in, when I saw it, I was like, what? It's called Brawl in Cell Block 99. And Vince Vaughn plays a character like out of American History X or something. Like, he's a really bad guy, hardcore, straight up gangster type guy who will kill people on a whim. And it gets caught up in this whole plot. It's really good. But you got to think about these movies and you go, this is somebody telling their agent, hey, get me something different. Like, I keep doing the same movies over and over and over and over and over again. Give me something different to challenge me right now.
That, or there might be it might be an artistic choice that say, hey, we want somebody who's normally funny to be serious in this role to kind of put you off or something. Like, there was a handful of choices made in the Breaking Bad universe where they're like, we want Bill Burr to play this, drug dealing, like, just bad guy. He wasn't funny. I don't think he was funny in Breaking Bad.
Usually he's like the smart ass dad or something. The role he'll play will be he's a firefighter or whatever. And you swerve differently. That's not as big, though, as I'm talking about. You know who's had a great career for constantly keeping you guessing and being very impressive? Who? And I learned this from that Smart List podcast as well. John Goodman.
Yeah.
John Goodman. He has been in so many different types of roles.
Yeah.
He has been successful on television and on the big screen. He's played likable guys, bad guys, drug guys, fat guys, skinny guys, literally. He's done it all, and it's been pretty damn impressive, the journey that guy's been on. Okay, when we return, we'll have the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show.
There's got to be a play for like 70-year-old lonely women, too, right?
Oh, go to the villages and find out. Go be the pool boy. Go put a Speedo on and go take the leaves out of her pool.
Hey, we can start a new thing called Lonely Fans. Nailed it.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Tuesday forecast for Central Florida. And today will be another quintessential hot, humid, and stormy day. We'll expect an afternoon high of 93 degrees with feels like temperatures right around the low 100s, ranging from about 104 to 107 with some afternoon showers and thunderstorms likely. We'll expect those daily rounds of rain to continue into the weekend along with hot temperatures, a high of 94 for your 4th of July. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Craving a dining experience like no other? Visit Whiskey Kitchen in Mount Dora. Savor mouth-watering dishes, smooth whiskey, and a lively atmosphere. Whiskey Kitchen, 315 North Highland Street, Mount Dora.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Call 844-ADD-HELP-5. That's 844-ADD-HELP-5.
Celebrate our country's independence in Mount Dora as the City of Mount Dora and Real Radio present the Freedom on the Waterfront on July 3rd. Musical performances from All for One and Inner Circle. Food, fun, and Central Florida's best fireworks display over Lake Dora. Event starts at 5 p.m. and is sponsored by Visit Lake, Mullinax Ford, Coors Beer, Mellow Mushroom, and Fox 35. Visit the City of Mount Dora's event page for more information. Don't miss Freedom on the Waterfront in Mount Dora on July 3rd.
That'll be 30 even.
That's 90 points! Sorry, that was a lot. Now that I'm getting 3 times the points on food and fuel with the Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card, I get a little too hyped sometimes.
Cool. Would you like your receipt?
In the bag! Sorry. In the bag, please.
Learn more about the everyday, everywhere Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Buy one, get 2 free at Pyrospot Fireworks. Pyrospot has Florida's largest selection of buy one, get 2 free fireworks with prices and products that will blow the competition away. Simply use our touch screens to watch videos and design your own incredible fireworks show. Visit our convenient locations in Eustis, Sanford, and Longwood, just 10 miles north of downtown Orlando. Visit iwantfireworks.com for valuable coupons and store location. That's iwantfireworks.com. Buy one, get 2 free at Pyrospot Fireworks and be a backyard hero.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803. Don't wait. Call now. 800-506-5803. 800-506-5803.
Want to save up to 50% on new blinds and shades? Blindstar offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters at prices way less than big box retailers. And right now, save up to 50% off any order during Blindstar's July 4th sale. Hurry, sale ends July 8th. Blindstar.com.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. How you guys feeling about tomorrow? You excited? You ready to go?
Let's go, baby.
I have a lot to do between now and then.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. There's tons of time. Not really, but we will be ready when the time comes. Come hell or high water, and we'll have a show for you tomorrow. And it will be a blast. I guarantee you that. So come hang out with us. Whiskey Kitchen, the live show tomorrow. Tune in on the radio if you're not going to be there. You can listen in on iHeart anywhere around the world or on these great radio stations where you hear this show and be right with us there in person. I think a nice long weekend.
It was like the first trip for us with the kid.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. I mean, we've stayed at another place. Like we had him at my in-laws' place for Christmas. But this is like the first, like pack everything up and head to another town.
Yeah, like you're going tonight, right?
Yeah.
So Jackson will be staying in like a stranger house. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
He's not gonna have experience.
Baby's first Airbnb.
Look at that! What a time to be alive here. We're gonna get to your dispatches in a moment. I don't know if you guys saw this. There's a flight that had turbulence so bad. There was somebody who got stuck up in the overhead bins because they got rocked around. Yeah, there's video of them pulling the guy out of the overhead bins, and I was like, I'd never seen anything like that in my life, for God's sake. I think I might be able to find this. Hang on, give me just a moment here while I'm talking about it. But it was a really, really bad flight. It was an Air Europe flight, which obviously I don't think I've ever flown Air Europe, but there was 30 people who were injured. I don't know if they're going to curse here. Should we risk it or should we just mute it?
Let's do it. And we have to.
All right, let's go for it. Yeah, we're good. All right, here we go. Look at that's somebody's feet in the overhead bin. That's a person.
I mean, that has to work out in a particular way. Those are not supposed to be open mid-flight.
No, never, unless they were rooting around in there during the turbulence. Bringing the person down from the overhead bin.
Wait. And it looks like they were above the overhead bin.
They went way up there. Oh, look. Is that like a tile that knocked out or something? It's bad, whatever it is.
Damn.
This thing got rocked in the air for a while. 30 different people injured on board from the turbulence. And that's not a good time. I would not want to be dealing with that. For the 4th of July, reminders everywhere from fake Elmos and everything in between to be safe and use fireworks in a responsible way and don't blow your fingers off. And even though we say that every single year, I don't think I can think of a day when we came back after 4th of July and there weren't a bunch of stories in the pile of stories that we have for to tell people about where people blew their hands off. It's like every year. Every year people shoot a gun up in the air and it comes down and hurts somebody. And every year people fire off fireworks and blow their hands off. And it seems like such an avoidable thing. But everywhere you can listen, the authorities are telling you to be as careful as possible.
That and, the drinking and driving thing should be, we should avoid that. I don't even think they're...
It's easy.
We should need to say that anymore. Like, Uber is such a
tell that to Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't get that. And I don't get why
so
he
dumb.
should have to should feel the need to drive himself anywhere.
Yeah, it's really simple. Just if you have to spend a little extra money or you have to leave your car somewhere, all of that is 10,000 times better than getting a DUI, than having to deal with the cops, than having to get an attorney.
And less expensive.
Yeah, it's a great decision. So make the smart one.
I'm curious who still does this because I used to use this because you wanted to drive your not you wanted to drive your car places, but you almost had to unless you took taxis. There's no Ubers. But I used to use the tow to go on AAA.
Yeah.
During the holiday weekends, and that's a thing for Independence Day. It starts 6 p.m. Wednesday, and it lasts till 6 a.m. on Monday. And they will tow your car home for free, and if you've had too much to drink. I wonder if that's still widely used now that there's all these Ubers and stuff.
Yeah, it's easy to forget. You mention it like every year. You always are telling people because it's a smart thing to do. It's not a good idea to drink and drive, and a lot of people do it on the 4th of July holiday. And you know what that means?
It's free.
That means
Go ahead.
That means that's exactly when the cops are going to try to get you. That's when they're going to get busted doing it. Go ahead. What were you saying?
It's free. Members, non-members, doesn't matter, and they'll take you somewhere safe within 10 miles of where you are.
Okay. And another thing I saw before we get to these final dispatches, Jamie Foxx is in a story today, and they said, Jamie Foxx finally reveals what led to his mysterious hospitalization. We remember that whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, that'd be interesting. You know, I don't feel like I'm owed a response. I don't feel like he needs to tell me what medical issues he had necessarily, but I was like, oh, this will be interesting. What was it that was wrong with Jamie Foxx that almost killed him? And so I look at the story and I listen to the clip and stuff, and it's just Jamie Foxx going, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It started with a headache, and I almost died.
Yeah.
And I go,
it's like I woke up in the hospital.
Did we get a really
Good
big
story.
update?
Good story, man.
I don't know that we got like a huge update. He doesn't seem to want to talk about exactly what happened. And if that's what he wants to do, you're not going to force it out of him. And that's what Jamie Foxx wants to do.
It's a Yankee Candle where the sun don't shine.
Could have been stuck in there and then use one wrong sit down and that thing
Or
cracks.
he thought that butt plug was 100% silicone.
And
God,
bam.
That'll always be so nightmarish.
I don't even want to think about that one.
Started watching Worst Roommate Ever yesterday. It's trending on Netflix.
I've not heard about this. Tell me about this.
It was cases that we have talked about when they popped up in the news, like the suitcases that were in Seattle, and like it went viral on TikTok because the kids opened it up and they're like, it's body parts. And so they go and deep dive, and all of them are about these horrific roommates that end up, I mean, most of them were killing their roommates.
Jesus.
Or this one lady, and like, bless her soul, her longtime roommate of like 20 years tried to kill her 5 times.
My God.
5 times. And then the mind-blowing part was after you get the whole story, it was about like an hour-long episode. They're like, and Janie got released after 2 years in prison, and now she's out.
Why didn't she move away after 5 times? Or did she, and the woman just
she
kept trying to find her?
No, they were still in the... She had no idea she was being, like, poisoned. Like,
oh, my God.
It was a fascinating watch, and it definitely puts things in perspective as far as who you room with if it's not a significant other.
That's scary. And how do you vet a roommate if it's somebody that you don't really know? It's not a lot you
They're
can
like,
do.
do a background check. I'm like, there was nothing in her prior record that said she was going to poison you while you were asleep.
That's so scary. That's weird that,
Good
that
times,
happens
though.
to people.
It was a nice
unfortunately.
light afternoon watch.
That's why you get a boom mate. If you get a boomer for a roommate, I think they're less likely to poison you, and you might be better off, and they're not going to bother with you, and
Be
they're
surprised.
It's not going to be like weird sexual tension because there's such a gigantic age gap. There's a lot of
You never know.
it could be. Let's go over to your dispatches to wrap things up here on this lovely Share the Show Tuesday. Here's Heinz 57. It just says, Sean inspiring. Okay, I don't believe you.
Happy Tuesday, junkies, and everybody out there. Sean, low-key, I know everybody's making fun of you and whatever. It's kind of part of the deal. It is kind of fun. But I will say it is kind of inspiring with you slowing down on the drinking and stuff like that. During a couple of the weekdays.
It's not too much.
Kind of need to do the same thing and, whatever, look up to you. So it's kind of, anyways, super cool, man. Appreciate it. It is super hard, though.
It is.
I'm not going to lie, on a Saturday morning when I turn on secret shows, and then all of a sudden you guys are throwing down shots, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, wait. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you got to make smart decisions. You got to make good decisions.
Why?
I don't deserve any pat on the back here. We're only doing like a couple of days a week, trying to get to like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no drink, like C-Lane was talking about, just because it's a little healthier. And I've tried to get rid of some of the things that are not quite as healthy in my life, and I want to get more of a balance there. I'm not trying to be a teetotaler in the near future unless doctors give me some bad news where they say, Sean, you really got to slow down. But for right now, it's just like small steps in a good direction, I hope. At least I hope. Let's go over to a couple more before we wrap everything up today. Here's Guitar Slinger talking about when to eat.
The earlier you eat dinner, the better off you are. Because the later you eat those calories, the more they're going to stick with you, especially if you're trying to lose weight or maintain your weight. Eating earlier is always better. Plus, you sleep better if you're not trying to digest a bunch of food because your body's still working. So it's always better to eat early.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. That makes sense. You got that stuff moving through your system. You're not quite as relaxed as you might be otherwise. We'll do two more. Here is Kurt. He's got a different theory on why people are eating at different times.
Sean, the reason why people are dining out earlier in New York City is they don't want to be on the streets at 9:30, 10:30, 11:30 at night to get killed by the immigrants that have been allowed to take residence.
It's a darker reason. It's a much darker reason. Thank you, Kurt.
It's not necessarily,
No, they have problems. They have major problems with repeat offenders, criminals who came to this country illegally, got bussed up to New York. And it's one of those things that nobody wants to admit. Like, when you talk about immigrants, I think I can understand why somebody would want to come to America. I happen to be in the group of people who loves America. I'm happy that I was born in this country, and I think this country is an overall net good, and I'm not America bad, which is such a brain-dead position to take. So looking at it that way, I could see why other people would want to move to this country, want to get their family to this country and get a better opportunity for them in their life. I get that. But when you don't do this in a legal way, in an organized way, and people just pour over the border, you get a lot of bad people who come along with the good. And you can't do it that way. I think most people seem to be in agreement with that. We saw a decade of almost forced mass migration into Europe, into America, and all these countries. And it was like, if you oppose any of this in any way, you're a racist or you're xenophobic. Don't talk about preserving culture or anything like that. Every other country on the planet is allowed to preserve culture. The United States is not allowed to have their own unique American experience and their own culture. And enough people just got tired of that. And they said, enough's enough. And even immigrants, as you heard earlier in the show, tend to have gotten to this country in a legal way, and they want other people to have to do the same, not cut to the front of the line. I get that. Here's one last dispatch on the way out. This is Bro Villa. Let's see what we got.
Hey, what's up, junkies? Hey, man, have a great day tomorrow. Man, Mount Dora is so cool. I spend a lot of time in Mount Dora. It's a good place to hang out, man. But either way, dude, it's blazing hot outside, man. If you're not giving your workers like breaks and stuff from what I'm dealing with out here, you're a psychopath. You know, whatever the law it is. You just give your guys a break, man. Holy crap, it's hot.
Holy crap.
Either way, dude, I know you got sippy cups, bro.
I don't have sippy cups.
Sippy cups. That's why you didn't do it.
I'll say this. There's no sippy cups. There's no juice boxes. There's no Capri Suns.
Babas, Baba.
There's zero Babas involved in any of this.
I have so many Babas right now.
Yeah, you're in that world.
Is the Stanley the adult sippy cup?
Kind of, but I saw a guy the other day. I was like, what move is this? I didn't mention this, but just tiny little thing. Guy who was next to Courtney and I, and first of all, he's dressed in head to toe black on a day when it was like 95 outside. I thought, that is a bold move, sir.
If you're not a theater tech.
Yeah, if you're not trying to hide in a scene on stage. And secondly, he had a drink, a cup that looked almost like the one Sabrina just showed there, almost exactly like that. But on the side of it, he printed his own little label, and it said, "Not a Stanley." And I was like, this guy's so worried about somebody else thinking that he has a Stanley cup that he's made his cup look uglier, actually, by using one of those little label makers to print out a label that says "Not a Stanley."
Maybe it's just his little joke.
I guess so. Maybe with him and his workmates or something. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Everything made the cut today, story-wise. We'll see you tomorrow over at Whiskey Kitchen in Mount Dora if you're here locally. Should be fun for other people elsewhere to hear that live as well. And let's just wrap it up with this. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. And here goes nothing. Today I learned one of the guys from this band. Motley Crue. That's right, Motley Crue. In 1984, Vince Neil of Motley Crue fame drove drunk and killed one man, left two others with severe brain damage. After that, he's headed 5 alcohol-based companies so far.
Nice.
So made some money selling this stuff after he got drunk.
Kill
and
people like me.
killed at least one person, left 2 others in real rough shape. Today, I learned the most expensive cow ever sold at auction is named Mara. How much do you think Mara, the most expensive cow ever sold at auction, sold for, Sabrina?
$1.3 million.
All right, 1.3 for you, Christopher Dolores Lane.
$800,000.
Ooh, he went lower. $4.38 million is the price tag for Mara. She's of the Nelore breed, Nelore.
Supple udders.
A breed known for its ability to adapt to tropical climates as well as its resistance to diseases. So it's very, very valuable cow, that one. Today I learned somebody who was on this show.
Well, we're moving on now.
Good times.
The Jeffersons. The Jeffersons is correct. For the first 2 years after Marla Gibbs got cast on The Jeffersons, she kept her job as a reservations agent at United Airlines. She was unsure of the new gig. She would work at the CBS television studio during the day and then go to United Airlines where she worked the night shift. Eventually, they told her, look, you're good. The Jeffersons is doing well. You can go ahead and quit that gig.
Like a Good Times theme.
Kept that pizza job.
And here we go. Today I learned this band. The Doors? Yeah, no, that's not correct. The Rolling
Stones.
Stones is correct, though, yes. Both Rolling Stone magazine and the band The Rolling Stones named themselves after something else entirely. They didn't steal it from each other. They named it after the song Rollin' Stone by Muddy Waters from 1950. That brought us a lot of stuff.
Nothing to do with gathering moss.
Nope, not at all. There we go. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow. Whiskey Kitchen in Mount Dora for a live show. Missed any of this show? Go get it at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.